ocean waves and try to come to life. Don't let go of the bright blue sky because the future's looking far too light. Are you ready for a long dive ship to stand still and carry me through the starry night? Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing round the dogs of moonlit worlds that make a light. Keep your eyes on mine. Touchdown on the surface of my heart. The feeling's never gone. A brave adventurer like me. Members everywhere that I've come from. Keep your feet to the vacuum sky, cause it's surrounding us out here. Follow the trail of the stardust of the ones that came before us, and we'll see what we've always been. Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing round the dogs of moonlit worlds that make a light. Keep your eyes on mine. They say I'm dreaming, told me to leave it. Different path I've chosen, I don't think they see it. Life in a trailer, no need for faith.
Hello everybody, this is SpanCargo. I'm here greeting you guys for the first time of Quarantine League Season 7. I'm so glad everybody here could make it. We're about to go into our first game. Of course, we have the last 6 games today. We're starting on Miramar, so 3 Miramar, then 3 Erangel. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, so many people are close to the leaderboard. Let's go take a look at that really quickly. First of all, let's go ahead and look at our points so far, such as our per most points wins. So you can see all the money has been updated. So all these teams have already won that amount of money next to their names, except I think there's a little bit of difference because the number does in fact decrease if they go over their amount of subs allowed. But that's approximately what everybody has won so far. I mean, look at VaLor there with $132, just absolutely rolling in dough right now. But then of course, let's go ahead and look at our leaderboard as well, because we want a little bit of that point updates. Gonna take a bit. There we go. VaLor again rolling in money, also still in first place. If they go on ahead and win in first place, they'll gain $400 more. And second is Ascendance Esports. They're a little bit behind with 143 total points, and then No Cap in third with 131. Of course, then Nightly Esports is right behind them in fourth. So we'll end up seeing who takes these top 3 spots at the end of these 6 games. I mean, I think that's pretty exciting stuff there. So yeah, here I am to say hello here, but let's go ahead and take a look at our first plane path because they're already jumping on out. Here we go. Our first plane path of today, starting all the way by Impala and going past Monte Nuevo there on the west side. Everybody, of course, as per usual, going to their normal spots. We haven't seen too much hot dropping recently at all. I mean, that has happened very, very rarely in this tournament so far, so I doubt anything will change. It's the last 6 games. It's like there's a mixture, right? The last 6 games, either everybody is trying super, super hard and that they're playing very carefully, like to the extreme, or it's the last 6 games. If they're a little bit higher up on the leaderboard, they might just take risks, like take just humongous risks. We might see some crazy plays tonight. So that's really the 2 play styles that happen in the last 6 games, the last day of tournaments and leagues. So it'll be interesting to see what play style each of these teams takes, to be honest, and what the overall feeling is. As you can see here, there is in fact no drops. I mean, SDR over here has been sharing Opozo for a while, taking all the way on the west side, usually taking these very far compounds, but in scrims actually recently, Ascendance had dropped on SDR to try and get them away. Like, I don't think Ascendance wants them in there at all, and that's why we're seeing Zraven here for Ascendance actually dropped way further to the west than usual. So they went ahead and took this warehouse and actually shot at SDR to try and make them go away, and I mean, it worked. Only Delta is still near Pozo, but he's even across the street. As for everybody else, though, they're pretty spread out. I mean, we still have the 2 teams inside Los Leones, but that is about it. And as you can see, the first zone has actually shifted towards Los Leones. It's going to go on ahead and center around, I mean, these hot dog buildings around Impala, Puerto, you know, so we can already see Lemon Squeezy for those guys actually already leaving, probably to go and take one of these priority compounds close to the center. It'll be interesting to see where this one ends. I mean, this has the potential of ending over here in this field area, I guess we'll call it, by this compound that is currently invisible to y'all. There it is. Or it could end even further to the north side. I won't be surprised if it might end over here as well, somewhere in one of these fields. So I guess we'll go on ahead and wait and see what happens. I mean, it's hard to tell on the first zone. The second zone is really where you can start guessing more accurately, you know, as an IGL. So you can see here Casey from Rise actually coming in first, scouting out Sharky. The compound directly in the center of this compound is now driving towards after a very short scout. They have to be extremely careful in a scout kind of like that because you can't, I mean, you can even see from here. You can't see all of the buildings, but they assume that it is early enough. Oh, there we go. Good. Stopping a little bit early too here. I mean, if there's anybody in this compound, that'd be extremely dangerous anyway, but Casey gonna go on ahead and take this center compound quite freely, and you can see the rest of the teammates following from behind up to the north. Looks like Lemon Squeezy was in fact the first one that left out of Los Leones for those guys, and Savage, not far behind actually for Tilt Town, is now looking at that compound, seeing if he can spot anybody out, and ooh, we can hear the vehicle in the distance. Are those guys gonna drive on by is the question. Yeah, I guess Lemon Squeezy didn't hear him. Is he gonna spray at this? I don't think it's a good idea because all 4 of them could just drive right up to him, and I think he figured that out with that iron sight barrel. He was scoping in there, as you can see, trying to look as close as possible, but he realized that there's more than one person, decided not to take those shots, and I think that is smart. He is, however, gonna stay in that dip for a little bit longer. It looks like he's trying to spot out somebody. Lemon Squeezy is actually getting inside of the bus. Is he going to take shots towards that? Seem like it. Oh, if they're leaving, he might go on ahead and call for a backfill. Here comes Evil Pickle as well. It seems like that is exactly what's happening. On the other hand, those guys are actually leaving further into zone to this other compound that Silverline has already taken. Silverline, they landed in Impala, so we can see that they have taken this southern road compound here. Ooh, Lemon Squeezy actually taking down Red Rider in this 2-story skinny building here. You can hear Flax getting in the vehicle and everybody else already starting their hard push. It's only Heim Korea in this compound, so you can see G-Price in the distance actually, and Constant joining on up right now. They need to push off of this instantly if they want some sort of advantage. It does look like Red Rider is going to be unable to be rezzed. And at the same time, there's actually a fight that's already happening on Sharky. You can see No Cap crashing onto Rise's position. Ooh, Ploob actually doing a drive-by onto Oratorium. You can see at it here, spotting out Chilla, not landing any of the shots just yet, but going for a little bit of a relook, spotting him out after moving, and No Cap is going to eliminate Rise Esports, our first team out, and No Cap is going to take the center compound with 3 still up after losing just 1 member directly to the south. I mean, this is the hotspot. This is where the center of everything is revolving. We can see that Silverline has gotten a knock back onto those guys. It's your boy Cowboy was down. Instantly, the res is out. Spotting out Constant. You cannot redo. Gets the knock onto Constant, but is instantly going to get flushed out from a third party. You can see Tiltown Descartes in the distance. Going to go on ahead and take that for themselves, gobbling up those points. Looks like G-Price deciding to get a little bit closer as they're throwing some Molotovs. He's kind of playing a spoiler position as Korea is going for the res onto Constant. I mean, it was a 2v3 situation, so that res is in fact necessary. It does look like Red Rider is going to finally bleed out as well. So Silverline permanently at a 3-man. Here we go. We can see Patron for Tiltown now pushing up even more aggressively onto this. They need to see if anybody can make some sort of rotations. There we go, spotting out Constant as well, but a little bit of damage from Lemon Squeezy. Those guys now kind of protecting each other as well as this is happening. I'm gonna go ahead and use that med kit. If not later, why not now? You know, I mean, a med kit is a lot for your inventory, so if you're a little bit down, don't use your boost just yet. Just go on ahead and use that med kit, get some more space back. This is just an entirely third party, like convoluted, like everybody cannot move from the compounds. Like there's no pushing happening going on right now. It looks like Tiltown did in fact throw some Molotovs into those guys' building though, catching Flax on fire a little bit. Here comes some nades as well, but Evil Pickle isn't going to be anywhere near them. He did in fact get a knock on the Flax though with that nade, chucking him on in. Probably gonna go on ahead and get the knock on him too. Nope. Not the flush. The flush not coming in while this is happening. I mean, oh, Evil Pickle actually got down. Here you go. It looks like Descartes is now trying to hold from afar as the res goes out onto him. I don't know quite what to look like. It looks like Evil Pickle actually bleeding out. Oh, bleeding out from Heim Korea's Molotov there. Savage did in fact get him up, but the re-knock instantly put him back down, and then res having to continue. None of these guys can leave though, like we already mentioned. Looks like Lemon Squeezy is trying to go for it, sitting inside of the sill of this window though. I think if you look directly below him, you could have seen a Tiltown member, but Savage actually intently watching that. Yep, there we go. Patron actually spotting him out. Lemon Squeezy was looking the entirely wrong way. Now he's on fire, so he's probably going to get flushed. It looks like the push is now coming on in. Savage flushed out from Flax. It looks like that actually scared Tiltown, not making them want to push any further for now. Let's get rid of that smoke so we can see. Looks like Silverline that was patiently waiting inside of their hot dog building, pushing out a little bit to see if they can do anything here. Actually getting shot from No Cap all the way at Sharky. There we go. A little bit of damage on the Constant from Patron as well. Oh my goodness, an entirely different team getting involved. Kite from Nightly Esports all the way from behind to the west, knocking out Descartes. He was their view from afar, higher up, and now it's just down to Patron and Evil Pickle. I mean, that's entirely ruining their push. One of them is going to have to go back and get the res onto Descartes, and it looks like that is in fact going to be Patron as Evil Pickle holds at the first floor of their building. He needs to be extremely careful here because there are in fact 3 people above them. Evil Pickle actually opting to pick up a shotgun. I mean, this is extremely smart if you're going to be in a very close range fight. I mean, that's definitely not the shotgun I'd want. He has 10 bullets, 5 of them currently in the chamber. I mean, there's still 3 people above you. Like, I'd still be quite worried about this. It looks like so many bullets flying towards them still. Let's go ahead and take a look at this map while that's finishing up. We can see that Orion was just coming into Zone Zero's team. It looks like VaLor's still outside. Boomer's a little bit spread apart, and SDR far on the south side. The zone did in fact shift and is going to be centering around Nightly Esports, as this is where everybody is. You can already see everybody on the south side moving on in, trying to get a better position. You see Evil Pickle Pickle is taking this very slowly with that shotgun. Hearing those nades come off are making him be a little bit more interested, but he needs to watch how not to get shot through that door hole, basically, for Silverline. It does look like he is quite safe for now, though. Patron is going to take a knock on to It's Your Boy Cowboy, and knowing that a push is probably coming in, that was a very smart Molotov that Lemon Squeezy just threw into that stairwell. I mean, you could see Evil Pickle wanted to push off of that very much. But not giving it to him. Lemon Squeezy actually jumping back up onto the windowsill, spotting out Descarte, trying to go for the res onto Patron, ended up doing a little bit of damage to him. And here comes all the Molotovs. Is that going to go far enough? That one will. Catching Patron directly on fire. Descarte is also going to go down again. It's just down to Evil Pickle inside of this building. Looks like he did end up taking down Flax with the shotgun. And there's still two up there. Oh, Evil Pickle actually pushing, getting another knock onto Lemon Squeezy, running back at 25 HP. He needs to heal very quickly, and he continue on this push. It looks like his teammate Descarte, it is his second knock, so he is, in fact, going to bleed out. Let's see what Evil Pickle is going to do now. He can hear them running on over to the other side. They're both very low, though. There you go, cleared out that side. Now pushing. Oh, gets a knock on a Flax. It's just one left. Did he have time to heal is the question. No, he did not. It's just your boy Cowboy with an AR versus Evil Pickle's shotgun. He has 3 bullets there. Throwing some pan, trolling a little bit. Come on, is he going to make the push? He's just waiting for them to bleed out. There he is holding that res. I think that's exactly what Evil Pickle was waiting for. So now he should be peeking at any moment soon. No, he's not. Evil Pickle, not wanting to risk it, actually ended up running backwards. I guess he didn't realize how low they were. There we go. Now he's pushing for it. Was he looking for ammo or something? Now he waited for them to res on up. I don't know if he'll have another opportunity like that, to be honest. Going ahead and look at what everybody else is doing. So, I mean, we know that this fight has been happening for a little bit. Silverline is now just patiently waiting for that to finish on up. It looks like True Sight ended up coming on over to this northeastern side, taking the hot dog compound. No Cap still in control of Sharky. 3 of them still up. Oh, it looks like Evil Pickle did in fact push, and It's Your Boy Cowboy with that barrel ended up taking him out. So now we're down to 14 teams here. You can see that Unorthodox ended up taking this compound just on the other side of this road here. This compound, honestly, it's like kind of hard to play off of, but from here you do have the ability to run into all these ridges where currently actually Ascendance is already located. So they won't be able to run off of that direction, but they might be able to cross the road where Nightly Esports currently is if it doesn't rotate towards them. However, I have a feeling it will. It also looks like on this far southeast side, Dipsfree getting a little bit too close for comfort onto Gang Gang Orangutan. It looks like it's just down to Pluis and Chaotic, already losing out. I Am Ghosting and I Love Gwen Stacy. Tetra now leaving. Is he the one that has the kills is the question. No, Gang Gang actually has 0 kills, so it wasn't them that had gotten in the fight. And it looks like they're actually preferring to make a rotation on this instead of fight this. They probably heard him there. They're making this rotation because look at this zone. In fact, they're actually driving straight towards 2 teams right now, which is going to be dangerous, but everybody else has to come out of this far eastern side and get more as this is now the zone where it'll come off of water and unplayables. Obviously, there's no water here, but it should come off unplayables, and technically, like, these mountain pieces are unplayable. So the question is it going to go more into Los, or is it going to push more to the northeast? We'll end up seeing what is happening, but it looks like Boomers is going to go on ahead and take north. There we go. He did, in fact, exactly what was predicted, driving straight towards Zerdy's in for Orion. He's just going to look on over and take out the last 2 remaining members of Dipsfree. Now shooting towards VaLor as they're making that rotation with that 8X Mini. And look, right below them, he was just delivered 2 vehicles. So he's going to be able to continue on with some sort of a rotation. You can see in the distance. That's what it's done. In the distance. Oh, there it is. Oh, my camera just flung me all around. Those guys ended up pushing onto the 3 members of Silverline Esports. Constant, G-Price, and Heim Korea actually taken out. So those guys do, in fact, have 8 kills right now, but it's just down to Flax and It's Your Boy Cowboy. It looks like those guys True Sight are going to go on ahead and crash onto Unorthodox's position. Very Vibes already down. Fizzle actually on fire. He's going to get it down onto Arson as well. But he is down now, slowly catching, like burning to death. It's now just down to Zolmox. There he is, getting a knock onto another person as well. And spawning out You So Ugly, doing a lot of headshot damage onto him there. He's below half HP. But here comes a load of util. Where did that nade land is the question. And it was a basket is the answer. That nade landed directly on top of Zolmox. I wonder if it landed through that little broken shed there. So You So Ugly is going to be able to go on ahead and get the res on JLD. Unfortunately, Fizzle, since he was on fire, taken too much damage to be able to get resed there. We can see that a lot of these teams on the east side ended up starting to make a rotation to the south. VaLor actually completely on the south side. I mean, if you can assume, if you are completely unsure of a position inside zone, if you're far away, honestly, a long rotate is the way to go. Otherwise, you could be driving straight through the center of the last circle, which would have the highest density of people. So VaLor is in fact going to be making that large rotation. As you can see here, SDR, it looks like they attempted to as well, but they're coming on back, and actually they're going to roll right up onto Orion. Here you go, Skaska actually already shooting at them. Lucid Freak below half HP. Looks like Skaska is really trying to spot him out on that car over there. It is in fact retaliated from ganging Orangutan, however, getting the first knock onto an aid. There we go, Dirty Zing getting a knock onto Delta as well. Instantly traded out by Lucid Freak. It's just Lucid Freak and Deadeye left. You can see a lot of damage getting thrown onto the Orion members. There you go, Lucid Freak getting another knock with that 8x SLR. It's now just down to Skaska over there. But now Lucid Freak from San Diego Rarity is in fact getting shot in the back from the last two remaining members of those guys. San Diego Rarity is now eliminated off of that, and I have a feeling Orion is shortly going to follow. Yep, and there you go, Orion also eliminated because of gang Orangutan. They're just completely pinched in these bulls from two higher positions here. And as you can see, the zone did in fact choose to go further to, well, more to the north, but still the northeast here, still centering around Nightly Esports and Unorthodox, both in highly favorable positions. Honestly, all these teams on this north side, like, they're completely fine. Like, Ascendance is fine. No Cap, however, will have to come in a little bit. But all these guys on the south side are going to be trying to push into this compound and in these dips on top of these rocks. I wouldn't be surprised to try and find some sort of a place to play. Looks like Adit from No Cap actually already left Sharky, feeling like he wanted to come see what some of the action was. At first I originally thought he was driving towards this when I saw it on the map, but I don't think he ended up picking it up. Nope, it's still just an MK there. Here comes the rest of his team to try and join him, since that is currently their spot inside zone, since Sharky is completely outside of it. Everybody else, you can see Unorthodox spotting out Nightly, trying to put some shots into them. This is the chance, like we mentioned, to try and take out meds, tires, armor, anything to make the other team less strong. Nightly Esports, though, has been in the center this entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if all their stuff is completely full and they have a lot of utility. It looks like Gang Orangutan, not quite knowing where to go, actually went right past No Cap, trying to drive into Sharky, even though it's outside zone here. Looks like retaliated really low HP. They're just driving through this field now, trying to find any sort of a place to play. Looks like Nitrogen ended up just resulting to a tractor in the middle of the field. We can see Zraven from Ascendance actually getting a knock onto Tetra back there. Only trying to find more as well. Morn's actually taking down Nitrogen as well. Looks like Retaliative finally was taken down by It's Your Boy Cowboy from those guys too. So it should just be Vohio. Yep, it's just Vohio left. He is currently grabbing a crate weapon. Looks like he got an so he's going to be safe there for now, up on that ridge, but he is now a one-man for the rest of this game. Ooh, all the way on the eastern side here, we can see VaLor running into Boomers here. We can see what's up. He got the down and the flush onto Colton already in this altercation. So it's just Zero and Grant Lantis left. I believe Boomers still have 4 up. Yep, they do. All of Boomers are still up. They know exactly where the rest of VaLor is, and they're actually surrounding them if you look. They're completely holding them out. Doobie, with this northern position, will be able to see if they try and push out on this side while everybody holds out further inside the zone. They are going to try and rotate towards Doobie, though, so he needs to be careful. D-Stem definitely needs to watch for their push, too. Here you go, some damage getting put onto them. to be spawning out Grant Lantis, going for a little bit of a spray there, taking him quite, like, a little bit of damage. They end up shooting back at him, though, so he's gonna play this a little bit cautiously. Well, so, because here comes some nades, end up blowing up in front of the truck, not doing any damage to him, but here comes a little bit more. He chucks his own nade that actually gets the down onto Zero. It's just down to Grant Lantis, who's currently in this crate for some sort of a cover from the rest of Boomers. I think he figures that it's being pushed soon. You can see D-Stem actually doing that. Ooh, Grant Lantis spotting him out, trying to circle him out, see him. He's on a half wall, however, and it's actually going to be Sambuca from behind that takes him out, and VaLor is going to be eliminated in 8th. They got 1 placement point there, and just in time for the zone to pop. All these teams, again, on this outside half to rotate towards Nightly Esports and Unorthodox. I mean, Ascendance, actually, they were alone on the north side of the zone as well, and as you can see, they sent 2 people across the street to try and hold people out on top of this hill. And so far it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen quite soon, because that's exactly where Boomers are probably going to rotate to try and play up here. As for everybody else, though, okay, good. I was going to say, this is the time for Nightly Esports to condense, especially at 23 alive in this small circle, and that's exactly what they did. You can see that they're all in here now. Rajoao is the only one not in the compound. I'm a little bit worried about his positioning here, but if he's safe, it should be fine. Looks like probably realizing that he doesn't want to be here anymore, he's put his gun away and he's bolting it on back to that long building. We can see that Destinator from Tactical 8 actually already up on top of these rocks, so probably getting back to the compound just in time. We can actually see the rest of Tac 8 taking downs and flushes onto a Zuppy from Boomers, and now they're running for it. They're grabbing vehicles for rotation. Destinator already inside zone, spotting out those guys that are doing a little bit of damage. There we go. No Cap eliminated as well. There was only one of them left, and it looks like those guys are going to pick up another kill. I believe they're in their 10s of kills at this rate. Whoa. I don't know what happened there, but interesting. Yep, those guys with 11 kills now. This is a really hard spot to play from, to be honest. Like, they can't really play this road because it's open from the compound and everybody from afar, so they're going to have to try and grab vehicles and find some sort of a small ridge be able to play. I mean, there's kind of one here, I guess, but then they have to be careful from Destinator from above. You can see it's already coming into play, getting a knock on a doobie. A little bit of damage from Sambuca, though, is going to make him back up because he doesn't want to be downed up there so far away from the rest of his team. Is Des down to Sambuca now? He did get the knock on to Zraven, currently getting res by Majiggle, I believe. Oh no, it's Maji who is down, currently getting res by Zraven. I read the wrong thing in the chat. I believe maybe then Zraven killed someone, not quite sure. But it's just Sambuca left. Boomers do in fact have 3 kills, and if they go out now, I mean, 6th place is 2 points. Is that worth it? No. They want to live a little bit longer. I mean, the average to aim for in games is you always want to have about like 6 to 8 points, obviously on the higher end or more for every game. But if you have a six, that's decent. That's pretty good. And that looks like that is where they're going to go out. They're going to go out in 6 with 3 kills. So that is in fact 6 points for them. Now it is Raven that is down and Mashi getting the rest. I predicted the future. See? Oh yeah, as Raven also does have a kill. So that's what it was in the kill feed earlier that I mistook. In the feed again, we can see those guys actually rotating further to the south on Nightly Esports' position, trying to spot them out and do some sort of a damage to them, but unable to do so. I mean, they're the ones that have to come into the circle here, and it doesn't look like they're willing to try and make a large rotation around this rock. It looks like they can't even do that at this point without taking blue zone damage, so they're gonna have to figure out how to get inside before Nightly Esports hold them out, and before Destinator from Tactical 8 goes and looks over them. It doesn't look like he's too... Oh, he does hear them. For a second I thought he was running over there to try and spot them out, but then when he started climbing again, I wasn't so sure. It does look like Flax was spotted by Rajoa, however. Destinator pushing a little bit faster to try and see if he can spot him out. Spotting out your boy Cowboy, going for the spray, and those guys is eliminated in 5th place. Looks like this is going to be our top 4. Destinator from Tactical A. We can see the rest of his team is further to the west of him inside zone, so he's going to have to book it on over there. And there's actually currently a fight happening between Ascendance and the remaining members of Unorthodox. And Unorthodox is just down to Jay all day. It looks like You So Ugly was just killed, so the rest of Ascendance throw throwing as much utility as they have into this building are soon going to push. We can see Raven just vaulting inside of the window here. His teammate's going to shortly follow. Ooh, and then all the pushes should come out, but with that nade takes Raven down to 15 HP. It's going to delay that push for a little bit longer if they don't be careful on this as well. Nightly Esports could come and try and hold them out. Let's go ahead and watch from JLDay's point of view as this comes into play. Looks like they're leaving them alone for now. Oh, but there they go. Here comes the push, and Raven with the barrel is going to take out Jay all day. Raven didn't even have a helmet actually that entire time, so he's going to go on ahead and loot that up and hopefully gets a helmet off that guy. Looks like he is actually out of luck, though, currently just getting some attachments for his gun. We're down to our top 3. We can see Ascendance now trying to move out of this compound. They don't want to be stuck there, but it might be too late as Tactical 8 is actually making a rotation to encompass this entire ridge. So if this goes to the south, Ascendance might not even be able to cross on over unless, of course, Nightly Esports messes something up for them. So, oh, but it goes to the north. So this is going to be a fight between Tactical 8 and Nightly Esports first. So let's go ahead and jump into some comms right before this game ends because I know everybody wants to hear it. Who should we listen to is the question. It's like Rajwell actually getting really close to Tactical 8, trying to be some sort of a spoiler decision there as the rest of them are trying to figure out what exactly to do. I mean, nobody has to move quite yet, of course, except for Nightly Esports. You know, Rajwell getting a little bit closer. He's taking it really slow, though, as to try and not make too much noise that Zealot would be able to hear him. Now laying down. Zealot actually getting a knock on sneak attack. Probably not going to be able to get res. Let's go take a look. Oh, it looks like Morns is in fact attempting for it. He's super low HP right when this happens. The zone is already going to start moving. It looks like Ascendance, they don't want to be on the side of the road either. Might push across aggressively too, but currently it is William holding them out with some util. Yep, let's go on ahead and jump into Nightly Esports' comms to hear what exactly they're thinking on this push.
I'm gonna kill the guy at the blue house, okay?
Yeah,
He's gonna jump.
I'm watching road, I'm watching road. I gotta heal,
He's in the tree in front of me.
Be careful that Sen doesn't push across the road, Kite.
Yeah, I'm holding road.
They're throwing nades on your right, Raji.
Trash.
Nice.
On my marker, on my marker.
On top now. Just push, just push.
double
Just
this
push
kid.
to me.
I'm not with you.
Flashbang. He's pick up to you. He's low.
Lit.
One more left.
I'm nading.
They're pushing, they're pushing.
They're nading.
They're naded.
Be careful about their level 3 vest.
One gun off. Two knock.
One up.
You can res. Res Kite, go get Kite.
He's fighting far from you guys.
Okay.
Just rise. Just
Win
rise.
this game, Kite. They're fighting. There's 2 knocked, okay?
I see they fighting in blue.
Yeah.
In a tree, by blue, by my marker.
Yeah,
the tree.
There's 2 knocks on Send. It's a 2v1v2.
You have an 8 Sky. You have an 8 Sky.
Finish the fight.
Yeah.
Let me heal.
Dude, just go because the knocks.
Okay, they're dead. It's 2v3. I think.
Yeah, 3v2. Yeah.
Let's push it.
You guys can push the next ridge, yeah.
Yeah. They might try to cross back to the road. You have to kill them.
Yeah, I'm boosting real good.
I'm throwing
You're
nade. They have one
Nading
anchored.
too.
Someone has to hold the road.
I knocked one.
Good
Nading
shit.
too.
2v2.
And
2v1.
One up.
Flashbangs, you have Sky.
Yeah, I flashed.
flashing. In front of
He's
you.
in the ridge. He's blind.
He's
He's
on that
blind.
flash.
Flashing again. I mean, right.
Further right.
He's blind at 100%. Pushing.
He's
Thank
in
you,
that loop.
thank you.
Prone. He's prone there.
I'm
That's a
healing.
flash.
You have
2v1,
flashes,
2v1.
Nicky. You
Had
I
no
think he's
flash.
wrapping right.
have 5 flashes.
Flashing. I'm going left.
He's on the ridge. You see him. Right below you, Kite. On yellow.
Who's your flashes, Nick,
He's
for the
prone on the
protecting?
road. He's prone on the road on the second hump. Not close. The other one. He's
he's
literally
wrapping
holding
right.
road cross. He's on my marker, guys. Literally on yellow.
Yeah. Just flash and
Double
pick,
peek
yes,
him.
Nicky.
Flash
Yeah.
peek.
I'm flashing, Kite. Flashing over.
Go ahead.
Flash again. You have another one.
Could be up.
You're up right. He's
He
on
went
top,
up.
I
That's
think.
what I'm saying. He went up.
Okay, let me boost real quick.
Just play together. Just play together. Two
Yeah,
v
let me
one.
boost.
Flashing again. I think
don't
he's
see
further
him.
like at the tree.
Yeah. He needs to run first, I think.
Just take the compound, no? Just take a compound as you and smoke.
He's
and,
holding
yeah.
the cross. There's no way you guys get
Yeah, I
across
know.
unless you're smoking.
But he needs to leave. He can't
Now,
hold.
underage on top on my marker, green.
Just play time.
Flashing.
I'm shooting him.
He can't play there. He's not safe. He's not
Flash.
safe.
He's hit. Dad, let's
Good
fucking
shit,
go.
Steve. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Dude, my game is crashing every end game.
And there we go. Those were the live comms of Nightly Esports as they had to push out of their compound into Tactical 8. Tactical 8 had a huge spread, but they had to try and hold out both Ascendance and Nightly Esports, and obviously that made them go out first. And then those two beautiful nades from Sneak Attack and Kite at the end there, taking down both Maji and Beck. Oh no, Zraven and Beck, only leaving Maji to be the last one alive for Ascendance, made it a 2v1 situation, and they won it there on the side of that road. So our first win tonight on Miramar goes to Nightly Esports. Again, that was very, very well played on that. Honestly, they had the hardest position. They weren't inside zone at all, and they had to make that push, but they still won that game. So very big congrats to them. That was very fun to also listen into their comms. We're going to go on ahead and load into our second game. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Cause I'll be laughing when I'm just in Bieber's neighbor. Always time to second guess, weighs heavy on my chest. But the dreams I have, they stay alive. Cause you know it's ride or die. I've been dreaming, maybe I'm sleeping. Losing my teeth, maybe I'm flying for no reason. I've been dreaming, what I believe in. I will get there soon, that's more than just a feeling. Yeah, I've been dreaming. Washing the bands, working the weekend. Thinking about how I remember all these feelings. Right in this moment, I'm making no man. Riding on this damn won't stop until I own it. Always time to second guess, weighs heavy on my chest. But the dreams I have, they stay alive. Cause you know it's ride or die. I've been dreaming, maybe I'm sleeping. Losing my teeth, maybe I'm flying for no reason. I've been dreaming, what I believe in. I will get there soon, that's more than just a feeling. Yeah, I've been dreaming. I've been dreaming, maybe I'm sleeping. Losing my teeth, maybe I'm flying for no reason. I've been dreaming, what I believe in. I will get there soon, that's more than just a feeling. Yeah, I've been dreaming. I've been dreaming, maybe I'm sleeping. Losing my teeth, maybe I'm flying for no reason. I've been dreaming, what I believe in. I will get there soon, that's more than just a feeling. Yeah, I've been dreaming. Yeah, I've been dreaming.
I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're mine. pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you
Hello, everybody. This is SpanCargo once again, casting Quarantine League Season 7. We're in our last day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard after our first game on Miramar that Nightly Esports won. Let's go ahead and let that go ahead and load. But as you can see here, still in first place is VaLor, now with a total of 190 points. They were at 184 last game. Ascendance Esports getting second place, shot up to 154 points. Nightly Esports now actually overtaken NoCap with that win, puts them in third place at 142, and that means NoCap is in fourth with 139. Right below them, Tactical 8 also tied with 139. NoCap only has one more kill, and that is the thing that is breaking that tie between NoCap and Tactical 8. A lot of these teams at the top here, especially in the top 5. I mean, even San Diego Rarity and Unorthodox, and I mean True Sight, all of those guys still have a chance to be in the top 3 if they get some really good games and if those top 3 teams start dying. I mean, VaLor might be locked into place, but if the rest of these games are really bad for them and they're good for those top teams, they could be shifted out. So really exciting stuff, but we're now into our second game. Let's go on ahead and take a look at this plane path. As you can see, it has already starting all the way up there by Alcantara. It's a very southwestern plane ending all the way down just directly below Los Leones. I mean, this is making it so that anybody that goes far to the east or north can't get there. Like San Martin, like, is stretchable, but past that, I mean, Minas could be stretchable too, but that's like about as far. So anybody that goes Impala, Azahar, Cruz, Water Treatment Split, even hard to go to, not attainable. So all these teams will have to try and figure out a different solution. I mean, as you can already see, it has in fact changed some of these guys' drop. Rise actually going super far to the south, actually intertwining with the Ganging Orangutan a little bit down here. As for everybody else, it looks like VaLor and NoCap might both be going into San Martin. So VaLor is our first place team currently, and NoCap used to be third place, is now in fourth. I wonder what they're planning here. Do they want these kills? Do you think dropping on these guys is the best place to go is the question. Is NoCap taking a little bit of a help here by trying to take out VaLor early? These are all the questions I want answers to. As you can see, Colton did in fact land on the roof, got an AKM almost immediately, but there is one member of NoCap Old List actually right below him, and it looks like Colton, deciding to take the safe approach, is going to go on ahead and lay down on the second floor balcony here. Did I say second? I meant third. Unless we're not in the US, then it would in fact be the second floor. Everybody else, though, are further apart. We can see here that NoCap has taken more of the southwest part, and all the rest of VaLor are to the north, except for JetBeam. JetBeam actually has a little bit of a unique sighting here. All the way on the southern side of San Martin, he can be able to try and watch any sort of crossings from. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, though, since that fighting hasn't quite started. He is still looking around trying to spot anybody, but NoCap still in the looting phase. Oh, there we go, actually spotting out at it. Now completely in the open, now taking the shots with that 3X Mini. There you go, gets one bullet onto him at it, trying to dip and swerve and crouch to miss those. Gets hit 2 more times, but does not get knocked. Everybody else, like I mentioned, are completely spread out. The 2 teams in Los Leones is still there, not fighting. Like Boomer's having to go directly between Picado and Chumacera between 2 teams. Looks like True Sight actually did end up taking vehicles and continuing their rotation into the Hacienda split that they usually go to. But I mean, this first circle is actually centering on Monty. So luckily this very bottom corner where the fighting seems to be taking place is still side zone. So these guys do have the opportunity to fight at least until this circle closes. But other than that, early fights never wanted, to be honest. So we did hear some shooting up to the north side going towards each other, but not too much damage. I mean, in fact, I think like no damage went out on any of them. Yeah, it looks like Zero's a little bit hurt, and that's about it. Oldest is in a little bit of the worst position here, but the rest of No Cap with the placements of Jeppy aim here makes it so they can't try and push on over to help their teammate. Makes this very slow and interesting, to be honest. We can hear a lot of nades actually coming out as well. Looks like VaLor, knowing that there's only one person in this compound, and now trying to push a little bit closer to see if Oldest will be able to hear them out. He does have a 4 here and a shotgun, so it looks like he is in fact ready for some close range fighting, but if it's against 2 people, it might not go in his favor. Try to jump a little bit into that, into that window. We can see that one of his teammates has in fact reached him. The Jeppy aim now posted right back up with him, and he's probably going to make it so that somebody else can join them. These names are deafening. Oh, and Grandlantis up there on the balcony, spots out a little bit of Oldest. They're actually taking him down to 74 HP. Instead, he's going to jump on outside of the building, run to the backside. It looks like his teammate, Menox, will be able to cover for him there a little bit if they try to go to a window to spot him out, hoping to get some sort of an advantageous knock here. Here we go. Grandlantis going to the roof. The door opened, but Menox did not, in fact, see it. The door closes once again. You probably heard it that time. There is currently a shooting match between Adit and Colton. You can see Adit taking most of the damage there at 39 HP, instantly having to back up and heal off of that. There you go, Menox spotting out Grandlantis, taking him down super low. Still no knocks though, still no advantage happening here. It looks like Jeppy aim is still in fact up on top of the southern side as well. Like Menox knows exactly where he is too, and is trying to spot him out. Spots out a little bit of his head, just waiting for him to peek again. Fortunately, none of those bullets are going to hit though. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit as they continue trying to get, as they continue to try and spot each other. You know what, actually, I believe No Cap has got into VaLor's space in this situation, so maybe we have to go on ahead and listen what exactly is. Let me double check that though, quickly. Yeah, this is in fact VaLor's spot, so let's go ahead and jump into No Cap and see what they're thinking on this hot drop, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could knock him, that'd be good.
Yeah.
He should be 2-helmed 1 gas, so if you just headshot him, he's fucking dead. I don't know, this fight's kind of dragging on for a little bit long. I feel like either we
But
do
when
something
you guys can try to
or-
make like this and try to go up like that and try to surround him, no problem.
Yeah, I can try.
They're stuck on us, so they can't really see you.
They
I'll do
could
it.
be anywhere now, like the brick building guys. They might have left.
One more still close.
I'm gonna try to make that run that you just made. I'm gonna try to do that run. Because I think that guy's fucking hard tunneling on the fight down here.
Sorry.
If you still see him in that god building, let me know. So when I wrap, I can actually play for him.
I mean, they have more to lose than we have here, right? So they're just gonna theirs. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna jump on out of there really quickly because that is in fact what is happening here. It looks like they let this fight drag on for too long, which happened. So VaLor, not wanting this hot drop or fight, are gonna take the opportunity to go on ahead and back out of there. Interesting to hear their comms and interesting to hear them realize that when they were talking about it. And we also heard a little bit of sneezing. Seems like one of them is caught a cold. In other news, though, we did see in the kill feed that Nightly Esports are winners of our first game tonight. Did lose a teammate, Roger Wow, currently down, flushed out. And I don't quite remember who got it. Was it Tiltown? Yep, it looks like Discarty from Tiltown was in fact the one who received that kill. Oh, and we can still see where his body is. That's quite unfortunate. Did he crash into this tree? These are the questions that matter. Oh, All that's left of him. Oh, I was gonna say all that's left of him is that little box of 5-5. There we go. In the distance, actually, it looks like Ganging Orangutan getting in a fight with Rise. It looks like Bahio getting a knock on a Casey. Here comes some flashes as well. Looks like they tried to drive on up on this compound without realizing that it was taken. Casey is actually bleeding out super fast. He doesn't try and go for Res right now. He is, in fact, going to die, and it looks like he tried to go for it at the end there, but wasn't able to get anybody. Oh, and right as Bahio peeks on over, it looks like Fox was trying to leave a little bit of damage on him, taking him down, actually. I was going to say a little bit of damage onto him, but with that last peek, Valhalla will in fact take down Fox from Rise 2. The rest of Rise aren't anywhere near. I think they tried to scope out that compound and thought it was free. Maybe Gang got there at the same exact time, but unfortunately it is now going to be Rise that are down 2. Elsewhere, we can see everybody up as per usual, filling up this center position here. It's now Savage, actually the one over peaking, ended up getting knocked by a tactical 8 member. It would be nice if we could see what is happening, but instead it looks like my game has decided to crash, so we're gonna go on ahead and pull it up as fast as possible. I guess it wouldn't be PUBG if this didn't happen, though, is one thing I'll say. Second thing that I'll say is, well, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. How are y'all? I had pasta for dinner. I'm excited to be casting the last day. I actually had a midterm right before this, so 20 minutes before the first game, I was finishing up a 2-hour test, which wasn't fun. It was a bunch of math, and I still have an A in the class, thankfully, but the midterm stunk. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's some life stuff outside of PUBG, of course. Also, I was going to make this like announcement a little bit later, but you know, we're currently in Quarantine League. But if you guys, of course, want to see a little bit more tournaments happening in the future, there is something that I have already been confirmed for that will be casted on this channel. So of course, go on ahead, give a follow. You know, a not so subtle plug right there. Go on ahead and give a follow so you guys can go ahead and see the rest of those third run tournaments. There we go. Now, after that lovely conversation, I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. Here we are, finally back inside the game. We can see that the zone has in fact shifted. Let's try and get all of this open. There we go. There we go. All those things that have happened. Looks like tactically did in fact bleed out another member of Tilltown. The rest of Tilltown trying to take this church that 2 other teams are currently occupied at. You can see Nitrogen from Ganging Orangutan and Dips Free. Is Dips Free just down to Pluis and Chaotic once again. Ghosting and Gwen Stacy are dead again. I don't quite know what happened, but I mean, we can surely guess, especially since Nitrogen is the last one alive for Gang. They currently have 3 kills, actually, on this. But now Tilltown has, in fact, gained their position. Everybody else, though. Ooh, True Sight going on ahead and taking this compound just underneath Ascendance. It looks like VaLor and No Cap. No Cap already made it inside. VaLor ended up staying in San Martin a little bit longer, taking a little bit of a northern rotation, now having to still get inside. But it looks like this entire Monty position is, in fact, open, so they'll be able to get in there quite easily. Unorthodox getting a knock onto another Rise member. It looks like they might, in fact, lose another one. Yep, there you go. There goes the flush. So Rise is now down to 1 member. They were our first team to go out the last game, so World Tournament is going to have to continue this game playing quite safely if they're going to try and recover any sort of points. And as you can see here, Patron from Tilltown tried to jump into this building that currently occupies Nitrogen, but he was taken down to half HP, whether it was from him or practically, not quite known, but now had to heal outside in this smoke. It doesn't seem like we missed anything of vital importance, though, because as you can see, there's still 16 teams alive, and that's the amount of teams that we start the games with, 53 alive, however, so we did miss some deaths. There we go, Tilltown, the 3 of them starting to push in to the last remaining member of Ganging Orangutan. We can hear a lot of util coming into play, though. And go, it's going to be Descarte that runs first. Going ahead and shoot through the door. Here comes some mollies, just to make sure they aren't holding anything directly inside of the door frame. As he's going to go ahead. Oh, was about to throw a nade, but instead it looks like Plus from Dipstree shooting at them a little bit as they were peeking out. Nitrogen throwing more mollies. It looks like that is in fact his last molly, so he only has nades left. Oh, but he caught himself on fire! He caught himself on fire! He's dead. So that Molotov that was going to try and persuade Tiltown to leave him alone for a little bit longer ended up actually being his demise. So Gang is in fact going to be your first team out. So now it is 3 members from Tiltown and 2 members from Dipstree left inside of this church, as we can see that again another hard shift pulling even further to the southwest, going to center around our solo here. Wartorium needs to be really careful there because there might be some crashing happening there, but everybody else now having to go ahead and drive it in as fast as possible. On this, we can already see that Tactical 8, for example, driving straight up to the compound that those guys just left. That You Cannot Redo taking a little bit of damage from somebody as they're making their rotation. Dustinator being taken down by You So Ugly and Unorthodox directly above them, but it does look like he will be able to get res inside of this one story here as the rest of them take that priority building. I mean, they aren't inside here though, they are on this very far edge. Looks like on this north side here, Ascendance a little bit in a pickle, not entirely though, getting shot at, taking shots towards both NoCap and San Diego Rarity. We can see them in the mini map here. They are safely inside buildings and they are inside zone. I mean, all these guys are inside zone, but now is the time to try and do as much damage or annoyance, as I like to call it, to get further inside of the zone, because you know, like if you're on the edge, you gotta know that there's a strong possibility that you're not. Like, there is always a chance of a hard shift, but, like, what are the odds? I mean, even this hard shift, what are the odds? We can see that Kanga from Orion just got a knock onto Constant from Silverline Esports with that MK14 8X, by the way. He did, in fact, get a crate weapon. It looks like he is not the owner of the level 3 gear, though. Seemed to have split up between the teams, but it looks like Red Rider already going to go on ahead and get the res. Silverline do in fact have a really good compound up here on top of this hill. I've seen it actually ended down here as well, but that would mean a lot of hard shifts for that to happen again in this zone. Looks like nobody has crashed onto Wartorium's position just yet in that compound. They might in fact try and want this compound more than the one he's at. We can already see in 8 getting a little bit curious actually. Trying to play these ridges to see if they can spot anybody out. Speaking of spotting out, Deadeye, his teammate, did in fact spot someone out. He spotted out someone from Ascendance, Maji, actually. Again, the zone is about to close, but on the south side, VaLor, who's being so careful not to run into anybody, now driving straight into members of Nightly Esports. Kite waiting patiently, taking down Zero as he drives up with that buggy. Sneak attack actually getting down from You Cannot Redo, an entirely different team, ruining this weight on to VaLor, our top team here. They ended up getting a knock on a Grantlantis as well. Here you go, throwing some nades to try and get it, but the remaining members of VaLor, they did crash into a tree, are going to escape. So look at their tires even. The vehicle is almost exploded, but both Jeppy and Colton are still alive and they're continuing on with their rotation. However, this is in fact another hard shift. They have to go further to the south and they're about to drive directly between Orion and Silverline. Looks like the rest of Nightly Esports are also making rotation after they died. I mean, those guys getting involved in this fight, instantly banding a fight onto Tactical 8 as well. Instantly Destinator, Lucas Father, and Enraged Zealot are down. He's just down to Wiam, and directly in front of him, Lemon Skeezy will take out the Wiam. The last guy in Tactical 8 is eliminated. Our second team to be eliminated. I don't even think that they realize the position that they just put themselves in. Oh, and there it is as well. I was wondering if whoever was going to hold it out, and it is in fact Orion got to hold out Colton and Jeppy Aim, taking down VaLor in 14th place too. I mean, that vehicle was so low. There was no way that those bullets weren't going to go and explode the vehicle, so they were going to be forced to eject out of their car, and Dirty Zen was able to go on ahead and mop that on up. Dirty Zen and Broke Status, actually, one for each. Everybody else now going ahead and grabbing their vehicles, having to send it to get any spot inside zone. I mean, Nightly Esports ended up coming up right behind where VaLor just went. Let's see if they'll be able to succeed in this cross, even though they couldn't. Maybe just a little bit more vehicle health is all that's needed to get through there. But as you can see, this fight from between Tiltown and Dips Free is still happening outside of this zone. Chaotic currently down, so it's just leaving Pluis here. He's actually taking a lot of molly damage from Savage. He's just going to be waiting patiently as Tiltown starts to try and flush him out. Will he get the knock on the Savage is the question, or Patron, but instead it looks like they're going to go on ahead and steal the bike. There we go. Blue is actually peeking on out, gets it down onto Patron. Does a lot of damage to Savage as well, but forcing Savage to stop. Oh, he just shot his teammate. And we can hear Savage leaving. I think Chaotic may have called that he thought that he was pushing from that side. Not quite sure. A little love tap with bullets maybe. Who knows? But now the zone is coming in, going for the res anyway, at least to deny the point before they're gonna have to just try and run on in. We can see that the remainder of Nightly Esports did in fact get eliminated between Orion and Silverline here. Tiltown following shortly after from Ascendance. It does look like that was in fact a denial. Chaotic getting res, but instantly getting down again. Pluis being forced to stop to try and heal. Does he have any sort of vehicles to be able to leave? It looks like these vehicles were super on the open, but actually this Murado might still have 3 tires, so you might be able to take that. But some damage onto him there is in fact going to be taking him out, probably from boomers. Oh, did he finally find some cover? It doesn't matter. He actually he denied the point there. Denied the point. He danced to deny. Dance to deny. That's the new hashtag? I don't know. So you can see here again the zone going on ahead and further to this western side is placing San Diego Rarity into a really nice spot here. And it looks like I'm a Leaf for Ascendance trying to make a rotation onto Boomers is going to be punished for it. I'm a Leaf currently down the remainder of Ascendance. You can see Beck is the next closest one. It was peeking over like, curiously a little bit, but instead is going to go on ahead and continue to back up. They're going to have to push into zone soon, though, and it looks like they might be going for vehicles to try and make probably a low rotation on this, because there's no way they can drive straight up to SDR here in this circle. It also looks like Silverline is trying to hold out Orion. Constant here, prone on this rock, I think, is trying to play a little bit of a spoiler position, waiting for Skazka and Dirtyzen to show themselves. The rest of Silverline, knowing the position that Constant is in, are shooting at them to try and dissuade them from getting any closer. Oh, Ascendance was about to leave, but it looks like Boomer's running over the hill just in time. We're going to spot out both Draven and Maji, taking him down, just leaving Beck left here. Now taking a lot of blue damage. You can also see some bullets flying towards the smoke that they've placed from SDR. I mean, Beck at 20 HP, if they don't have a vehicle, I don't think he's going to be able to make this much further. You can see SDR actually doing damage onto Boomers as well. Looks like Beck trying to go for a little bit of kills before he's eliminated. Does not get far enough, is going to be taken out, and right behind them, Boomers eliminated as well. You can see Tiltown, True Sight now running up on to SDR, but it looks like they're going to be playing this lower ridge for a while. The rest of these teams still in positions of fighting. I mean, Silverline Constant still laying down as Ryan playing on this very far edge here. Ooh, SDR now taking a lot of bullets towards them from multiple teams. It doesn't look like it's doing much damage. Oh, that one did from no cap there. But this next zone is really going to tell who's going to be in a good position. Oh, that's exactly, honestly, that's what I expected. I was like, watch, it's going to go in this massive space that's completely out in the open. But it looks like it's mostly owned by SDR, but on this north side here, True Sight actually found out Delta from SDR. So if they don't go on ahead and get the res onto Delta as fast as possible, SDR is going to be down to a 3-man, and so many teams are going to end up pushing them. On the south side here, we can see a fight is actually coming out between those guys and Silverline Esports. Red Rider currently down. Same with Heim Korea. G Price just taken down from Lemon Squeezy here, and now it's just on a constant this entire time was just prone on this rock as some sort of position to try and hide at from Orion, but now he's the last one alive, and now he's trying to run towards his teammate to see if he can do anything, but he's realizing that if he runs too far over, Orion might peek over and spot him out. As for the rest of these teams, I mean, the rest of these teams are going to have to push on in. There we go. Delta, after getting res, going to shoot towards Arson. True Sight have to push in soon, and as we can see, here comes Unorthodox. Let's go ahead and jump into Unorthodox's comms, actually, as it looks like they're making a hard push into this situation. Let's see what they do here to see if they can mop up some points.
That guy's shooting at me. You can pressure him.
The bolt, yeah. I can shoot. There's 2 up there where that bolt is. I tagged the bolter, knocked one. There's another one on that same rock. I'm coming, Sug.
Knocked one. One more above me.
I'm coming. I'm throwing stuns up there to slow him down.
They stole it. One more. Got both.
Nice. We gotta wrap towards Fizzle now.
Yep. Push straight in. Orion's above us.
Nice.
Good shit.
There's still one of them
Delta's
is on blue.
Still over
coming
here.
from blue. He might have felt.
By the tree on my mark. By the tree on my mark.
Heard.
Roger. I'm nading that tree. Sue,
He's right,
keep going right.
further right. He's further right.
Heard.
Roger.
Stunning. He's right above me.
Push together.
One more stun.
Left and right. There's 2.
Knock left.
All dead. Let's go.
Good shit, boys.
This compound should be free.
There we go. A nice team fighting there on the very edge there. I mean, they had to push into 2 teams, and they ended up cleaning up both of them. On the south side, as you can see, the fight between those guys and Orion did, in fact, just ended with Orion being the one on the short end of the stick. It looks like those guys, Lemon Squeezy currently getting res, still have 3 up in this situation. You can see You Cannot Redo is already pushing further inside the zone, which is exactly what he needs to be doing to try and claim some territory. We're down to our top 3 teams. Those guys currently have 10 kills with 3 up. Unorthodox also 3 up, has 7 kills, and then No Cap, of course, a whole 4-man here with only 3 kills so far. I mean, they've been very safe all the way on the west side here, and if they win this, I mean, that's 10 points. So they have taken this really slow to try and win this game, I assume. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. This zone shifting again even further onto the side of this mountain. I mean, No Cap has successfully run up onto the base of it. It's currently Unorthodox that has basically the peak, the very top of it, and then of course those guys trying to push towards Unorthodox in this situation. The next fight that's probably going to happen is probably going to be between Docs and those guys, unless No Cap gets a little bit too adventurous and curious to go. We're going to go on ahead and see what happens here. I mean, none of these teams, they're all inside zone, and they all have their own quadrant, let's say. So they don't have to move quite yet, but on this next zone pop, they're definitely going to have to. I mean, why do anything? I like always pose this question. Why do anything if you don't have to? Why do anything if the zone's going to do it for you, basically? So they're going to go on ahead and just wait here. I mean, you can see that they are trying to scout. You can see You Cannot Redo is currently trying to look around, looking towards Unorthodox's position. You can see his teammate further down to the south side trying to spot out No Cap, but it looks like it is You Cannot Redo that is going to get spotted out first. Unorthodox doing the first bit of damage here, instantly healing on up from half HP. Is going to be fine for now. Teammate Flax also taking damage. I mean, what could happen here? They got to be really careful with this. I have a feeling that No Cap is going to take this northern rotation up onto the hill, run into Docks, and at the same time, those guys are probably going to push on over. In this situation, if they know that there are 3 teams left, If they know that there are 3 teams left, right when they hear the fighting, the other team ought to run. The team that's not in the fight needs to try and run over as fast as possible. See that Unorthodox knows exactly where No Cap is trying to make it so that they aren't able to push on up. And it looks like they don't have too much cover here. It is, in fact, Unorthodox that have the advantageous ridges here. They're going to have to get like a perfectly, beautiful headshots onto them to get a knock. Right when a knock happens, they'll probably push off of this, but they're taking it very slowly and carefully for now. Oh, with that zone shift, that's actually securing that No Cap does not have to move. Unorthodox and those guys are, in fact, the ones that are going to have to be moving. Those guys, I don't think they'll be able to rotate on the south side here, so they're going to have to push towards Unorthodox, go for these points. And like we mentioned, right when that happened, I wouldn't be surprised if No Cap goes on ahead and pushes aggressively up onto that. So we might want to hear some more comms, in my opinion, and I think we might have to go on ahead and listen in to those guys. Let's do that right now and see what they're thinking. What is their plan in this situation? Are they going to push? Are they going to wait? Are they going to wait a little bit longer for this zone to get closer? We'll see.
You just flex left.
Keep whipping, dude.
There's 2 still on your
Yeah, there's 2 down low.
Orange.
Can I play anything?
Definitely playable on like waypoint.
Play something like right in front of you, I believe.
There's like nothing.
There's like a tiny ridge here. I'm gonna smoke
Can
to
you
it.
play under on blue?
They're fighting right now.
They knocked
I'm
one.
moving up. Come to my ridge.
Take that opportunity.
Yeah, it's playable.
That's the team high. That's the high team. Move on that opportunity.
I'm following Ricky. I want to play with my team.
Do you want to play aggro or do you want to wait here?
I think we wait.
I don't see this guy.
He's got a sneaky ridge.
He's very left on green mark.
I'm re-smoking.
He's doing peeking northeast.
You guys just play your orange.
I still don't see him. Are you shooting at that guy?
No, I'm getting shot. I'm gonna smoke and reset because.
We're gonna get naded out here. I need to find this guy.
Just play time.
Guys above you are
into each other.
I think.
The low ref flap is good. One's not. Who's knocked? Is that a lower or
the left? Lower.
Lower's
Yeah,
knocked.
no, it's upper. That's upper. That's dogs.
Okay. Just play time here. Just play time. You just play
Getting
dot.
molly from above.
Still here. I have a lot of flashbangs and nades, so.
Okay, Sim.
Dot's
I only
wide
have
open.
flashes, smokes. There's a guy playing on the rock top hill.
Yeah, I'm hard picking him.
Force him into the other team.
I think I headshot that guy. Unsure.
I need to heal.
Nice,
I'm
nice.
behind you.
I'm bandying.
I knocked the guy above. So.
I'm gonna throw smokes in front of us. Actually, I can't.
Go.
Gonna start this run now.
I'm in fact going to jump on out of those comms. We have heard their plan, but as you can see, the action is now happening on the north side between Unorthodox and No Cap. Getting a knock on one of them. Fizzle is currently at 6 HP, but JLD is right there behind him, getting the knock on Attic as well. Just leaving Menox and Oldless alive. It looks like Oldless trying to save Bloob here. Instantly, Fizzle pushing on over, actually getting the kill onto Bloob. Looks like You So Ugly ends up getting killed from the zone, taken down. So it's now just Unorthodox down to Fizzle and JLD. Fizzle does in fact have this Groza, but he only has 9 bullets left inside of his gun and no helmet. Oldless so far unable to get this res onto Added. I mean, this is in fact the final zone here, making Unorthodox have to push further up. They have put down a lot of smokes to make this rotation successful. Oldless shooting into the smoke actually takes down Fizzle. JLD trying to go back onto him, does not spot him out, and it is going to be No Cap that wins our second game. They took out those guys on the southern side, and then they got to just go ahead and refocus to Unorthodox trying to push in on the north side. That hard shift into them definitely was helpful. They got to control all those ridges down there, and I mean, we tried to listen into some comms. All that those guys tried to do in that situation was trying just to wait for Unorthodox and No Cap to fight, but that in fact did not happen. The fights happened simultaneously. So there was just, that was a really hard zone to play, but No Cap did come out on top with that there. And look how many kills they have. Very well played by them. Now we have one more Miramar game left. We're going to go ahead and load into that. We're going to show you the leaderboard right before that game starts, and I'll be right back. See you guys soon.
Hoping for a
On most nights, I'm just wearing my pajamas, staying up too late, cause I'm watching Futurama, thinking where's my drama? My life's no melodrama, leave it off the screen, cause it's got no genre. Sometimes I call my mama, Rain, yeah, she's always my armor. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. I know it's a phase, but it's harder to realize that I'll never be a quarter of the man I could have been when I got older, and all the things I could have done if I was smarter. Think of my departure. Look at the hour, I have work in an hour. It's been 2 days since I've showered. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. Tell the clouds that I say hey. All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sand where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself.
Hello, everybody. This is SpanCargo once again. We're about to go into our third game of Quarantine League on Miramar once again. It's our last game of Miramar. Go ahead and take a look at this lead a bit longer before everybody goes. You can see here in first place is still, in fact, VaLor. They're still at 190 points, though. Didn't get any from this last game. Ascendance Esports now still in second with 156 points. No Cap now taking third back from Nightly Esports with 153. Nightly Esports in fourth with 144. Tactical 8 right behind them with 137. San Diego Rarity in sixth with 135. Fourth Unorthodox and those guys with 127 and 1 respectively. I mean, the top 8 here, I mean, so many of these teams could get enough. I mean, really, the second and third, fourth, fifth, and maybe sixth, all of those guys have a chance to go in second. spots here. Be really interesting to see if they try and do any more risky plays. Let's go ahead and look at the plane path to see if anything does in fact change. I mean, I already mentioned way earlier that the last day, the game 6 day, either playing super safe or super risky. Super safe if you're obviously in first, second, or third, or super risky if you know that you. So, that being said, some people might try to be hot dropping to try and kill out one of these top teams. That can completely change the game for any of these guys on edge. If you guys want to see more details, by the way, you go on ahead and do exclamation point leaderboard, exclamation point stats as per. But otherwise, everybody has already dropped. Again, Ascendance taking this far western side. They don't want SDR anywhere in here. Usually they go on ahead and drop more on this eastern side of Pozo, but they really don't want SDR sharing. Like NA being a little bit risky, going on ahead and looting that top compound. But other than that, it looks like the other contestation, Rise, Asian Drum, and Inga from Orion, both inside of the Raider compound here. Looks like Skaz also ended up jumping out of the plane a little bit late, floating directly over Unorthodox right now. There you are. Jeez. He's so far in the air. Slowly trying to make it somewhere closer to. Rajwal shooting at him? He is! Rajwal is actually shooting at him with an iron suppressed mini there. I don't think this is gonna hit. But otherwise, everybody else in their usual spots, not contesting. We can see that the zone has actually shifted very similarly to the first one that we just saw. So everybody's gonna have to make their way to the spot that they tried to go into last time, and it looks like the only contestation that was happening here between Ryan and Rise is actually going to go in the favor of Asian Brahm. He's the one that took out Max Dilakanga here. So that means Orion already is going to be down to 3, and even so, they're down to 3. One of them, oh no, he finally landed. I was gonna say one of them might still be flying in there, but it looks like they're all landed now at least. Does look like NA did in fact get out of that compound as fast as possible after looting it. Now guns away, booking it towards to go on ahead and loot. I mean, I would have done the same thing. If you know that someone's like closer and closer to you every time expecting a hot drop, I wouldn't even put past a. So like he didn't want to even attempt it, so he as for everybody else, you can already all the way on the south side, ganging Orangutan inside vehicles. You can see the boomers ended up driving. They're going to go on ahead and take probably garage brick building of, yep, that's exactly where the others are going. Meanwhile, Tiltown driving out of Los Lobos, already on that main road, driving right to the north of Tactical 8. Tactical 8 and them, they did get in fight earlier, but it looks like they're going for a little bit of a different positioning here. William already inside La Triera. I mean, that's their usual for. William goes on ahead and drives up there and Destinator on ahead and meet afterward. Somebody else looks like they might be trying something. Well, I mean, wait, knows SCR already on. They're already so far to the west side. They're probably just going to be able to take down to a nice compound, but that's exactly what Ascendance is doing, and it looks like they're already doing it. So they're going to go on ahead and get in front of SDR. If SDR wants to try and keep their prio just on the edge of the, they have to move pretty soon because already what happened here is would be close enough to the road though. Yet I would also like to point out that no cap did not drop onto VaLor this game, so Okay, I was like, wait, where is no cap? They're in their usual spot. But here we go. We can see Tiltown driving between two teams now. Tactical 8, they're south. And north now for Savage. I was gonna say, and Boomers. It looks like Savage is okay for now. A little bit of damage onto him. Only 22 though. Basically a boo-boo. They're going to continue on with this rotation, it seems. They're going to want to take this church building. I mean, it ended down here last time. Why wouldn't it end over here again? Looks like Rise did in fact stop, so San Diego Rarity got to go in front of them, but instead of Rise, they're now mixing with Unorthodox here. The Sociopath, they're kind of taking it slow, waiting for them to pass on by, getting out of the vehicle, but it looks like, ooh, the rest of them, Lucid Freak, needing to be super careful here, because there are in fact two members of Unorthodox inside of this truck here. You So Ugly and Jay All Day trying to rotate even further to the west side. Oh, and it looks like Sociopath ends up shooting out Delta here. Sociopath needs to be careful because, yep, Lucid Freak taking him down. Lucid Freak and Innate both still alive here. And it looks like Unorthodox might be going for a drive-by. Not a crash, but a drive-by. There we go. Gets a knock into Innate as well. You So Ugly having to reload his gun. Isn't going to get the last knock onto them just yet. So it looks like Lucid Freak would be able to go for some of these reses. So we can see Deadeye also pulling on up now, taking a lot of damage as he's trying to shoot at them with that 4X Mini. He only has 20 bullets in his gun. Seems like he doesn't have that much 5.5. Lucid Freak is unable to help him though because he needs to get these reses. Looks like he already got one. There's one more to go. Like Deadeye knowing that there's only two in that situation, trying to find the third one. Unorthodox gonna go on ahead and take the opportunity to try and disengage, throwing down some smoke, tuning on with their drive. It is Fizzle that's the further away that they couldn't quite find. Further inside of this zone, we can see that Nightly Esports crashed onto the position of Tactical 8, found out Zealot, ended up getting downed and flushed out. Morns from an entirely different team downed and flushed as well. I mean, from up there on top of that hill, ganking and renting, gained a point here. Looks like the rest of Tactical 8, you can see William running on down, coming to help his team. Now just throwing bullets back and forth at each other on this crossroad compound. I mean, I don't know if that's worth happening, but it is. The fact is that it is happening, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of here. I mean, some of them, looks like Nightly Esports, all their cars might be on the side here. Two cars on the side. One car is in fact in the back, but it's buggy that is fire and is missing tires. They also have this truck, but that might be hard to grab with Tactical 8 with such a close eye onto them. As for everybody else, it looks like Rise finally coming on down is going to run into Fizzle here. If they're not careful. They're currently playing on the other end of this ring. But Fizzle laying on down, since he is currently playing this game as a solo, needs to be quite careful. Other than that, it seems like, oh my goodness, what's happening? No Cap, those guys, and Silverline all still outside of this zone. The majority of Silverline actually taking blue damage right now. I mean, this zone doesn't hurt quite yet, but that is in fact going up meds for later. Looks like Beck from Ascendance spotting out some of the members of Rise, taking some shots towards them. Is going to force them closer to Fizzle. Let's see what Fizzle's going to do here. Is he going to shoot them as he drives by? Oh, he's on a bike. There we go. He ends up stopping, so Fizzle's going to have to shoot him. He doesn't have anything except iron sights. He does get the knock, however. I mean, that was an open bike. He stopped for him. Didn't see him everything, so Unorthodox going to go on ahead and pick up a point already on that. The rest of Rise further to the north. Are they going to crash into this, or are they going to try and rotate away is the question. I mean, he's a solo. Oh, and he ends up blinding himself as they pull on up. Fizzle is entirely in the open. He was so blind. He was so blind, it's not even funny. So there we go. Fizzle being taken down by Rise as well here. I don't. Do you think those are smokes? I'm not sure. But now the rest of Rise is going to go on ahead and continue the rotation. Looks like Ascendance, I believe, is going to get a knock onto one of the dips free guys. I love Gwen Stacy inside of this 2-story, but instantly the res is already happening, and the zone is going to pop very soon. And look at the rest. Oh no, Red Rider's quite behind. I was going to say the rest of them are just going to get inside zone. Oh, but the shift actually helping them out a little bit, pulling to the southeast here. They're going to have a lot of pride. I mean, this is a hard shift. If they realize this, they need to drive fast to get a good position in zone. It looks like that's exactly what those guys are doing. currently driving on up to this compound. I mean, they don't even know, but they could even go as far as to take that top compound. The top compound, though, can be pushed out from multiple angles, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't want that. But here we go. Because of that hard shift, all these teams are now driving as fast as they can. True Sight driving in between Dips Free here. It looks like some damage was put onto them, but none of them have gotten a knock so far. Berry Vibes being the last one. Oh, actually, they're playing getting a little bit foiled with Ascendance getting involved, taking down Gwen Stacy, and Chaotic is very low, below half HP. I mean, Ascendance took advantage of that situation there. The rest of these guys still continuing on with this rotation. Oh no, it looks like Tiltown are going to drive entirely into True Sight. Are all 4 of them in here? No, so it's just 2 of them. That's good for now. So they're currently chasing Berry Vibes, shooting into his car that's already on fire. A headshot onto him as well, taking him below half HP, but 4Earth stopping and helping his teammate out, takes out Savage, so it's just Evil Pickle left. And of course, those Morados love slipping and sliding all around. He slides out a little bit. You can see in the distance his teammate is trying to help him, though, so Evil Pickle is probably going to get out of this situation okay. And you can see that the flush comes out with a little bit of a run over there. Everybody else still continuing on with their frantic drive. It looks like some holds are happening, but everybody else, oh my goodness, driving directly in between each other. Zolmox getting here first, spotting out Evil Pickle, trying to throw some bullets towards him, but Evil Pickle is going to find Arson first, trying to switch to Zolmox. Isn't going to get any damage onto him there, but oh, here comes some utility, trying to go for some sort of rotation. Oh, some damage. Don't back up into that fire is all I gotta say. There you go. Goes for a little bit of rotation. Gets his flush that he wants. Spots out Zolmox. What is he gonna do here? And he gets the knock as well from underneath that UAZ. That UAZ was so low that it's actually now on fire. Oh, don't go too close! Oh, but it doesn't actually do any damage to him. I swear he was right next to him. And he throws a pan into his head for the flush. Very interesting. Again, everybody else, it looks like the hold between Tactical A and Nightly Esports is still happening. One of Ascendance got knocked here. You can see that the res is happening, so they're taking this opportunity to try and leave Zraven, trying to make sure that Chaotic cannot, currently being forced to prone on this very small ridge that he has, taking down a half HP. Once again, where is their vehicle is the question. I think maybe they're running out because they don't have a vehicle, but the rest of Dips Free have to leave. Oh, they do have a vehicle, but looks like Rise not taking their vehicles any further, trying to rotate up this hill straight into SDR. SDR did not move. They continued to stay in this position. Now it looks like they're trying to be aggressive. So it looks like 3 teams in Valdemar as well. Everyone else is pretty spread out at this point. Ooh, Fox actually getting spotted out from Delta as he tried to push into this, just leaving Casey here. Asian Braum, as you can hear, is trying to meet up with him as fast as possible, but NA pushing on over is going to find out Casey as well. Braum, what he should do is probably just leave, but it looks like Deadeye's already spotted him out, doing him a lot of damage on him. Currently at 5 HP, he's going to be taken down by his own. Oh, he's trying to heal, but unfortunately, he is not going to be able to, and that is Rise Esports, our first team eliminated here. Unfortunately, they're going to have to wait, play in the zone shift happening once again on this phase 3 is going to continue to have the Tactical 8 and Nightly Esports hold inside of this zone here. Everybody else, though, have to move on back. I think some of them might have over-rotated on this, honestly. I mean, a hard shift and a hard shift, that's so hard. That's so hard to predict. So all these guys had left these compounds up in here, but they're gonna have to go on back. I mean, luckily, that's lucky for Ascendance, though. I mean, they're 3 up. They did, in fact, lose 1 with that altercation with Dips Free, but they're just gonna be able to go on ahead and take a compound right inside here. I mean, if they go on ahead and scout, they'll realize that even the compound up on top of this hill is open. We can see a lot of fighting actually now happening from Valdemar. They tried to pull on out. No cap, crashing onto the remaining member of Tilt Town. Descarte was on fire. With the added Molotov actually took the last 2 of them out, so Tiltown is going to be eliminated as well. And it looks like they're going to continue as a 4-man. Did I mess something up? What have I done? Anyway, the zone has in fact shifted, and it looks like No Cap still at 4 up are going to be able to run up on top of this hill. Looks like Unorthodox making a rotation are in fact making it at a compound up here. I mean, I have a feeling this is going to end on the left side here. That's what it usually does, but as you can see, Silverline still taking their sweet time getting inside the zone. Oh, some of them are actually running. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Korea actually died. It looks like they ran into Orion here. You can see Skaska is dead. They end up losing one of them. And here we go, everybody. Now it looks like Raven got knocked as well. It's just onto Majiggle for Ascendance because it looks like SDR went into the perfect position to spot them out on their rotation up. I don't know if they had any sort of vehicles to try and get further up, but it doesn't matter anymore because SDR is in fact going to take it. The zone, though, again, not going over there. I was completely wrong. It's actually going to pull on closer to Chumasera. What is with these hard shifts? I don't quite know. I should have known that. Actually, phase 3, it goes away from unplayables. A lot of this rock up here could be considered as unplayable, so it's going to go ahead and pull over towards Chuma. I mean, I would have considered all this stuff unplayable too, so... but I guess not. So it looks like VaLor are going to have a really nice plateau, a nice hill to play on. They're going to be able to see everything. With boomers just inside Chumasera. Other than them, you can see that Ganking Orangutan did in fact get this compound far on the south side, and then still Nightly Esports and Tactical 8 hold here a 3v3 situation. They've just been chilling here the entire time trying to kill each other, but so far it hasn't worked out. So they're just gonna wait. Looks like they're still in zone, so they don't have to do anything quite yet. So they're fine for now. No Cap now making a rotation directly beside those guys. It looks like the... Oh, Neferhor actually goes for a little bit of a literal spin in the air. It looks like it's going to force them to stop. They don't longer have any sort of momentum. I mean, if they continued going, I mean, you can see that the rest of their teammates that crashed onto Ganking Orangutan, Attic, and Plume were actually taken down here. And now it's just Menox left. You can see those guys now being super aggressive on this, trying to push really close. You cannot read you, trying to pop a nade. Here we go. Is this nade going to end it for No Cap here? And that nade did a weird thing in the air there, but that nade is in fact going to miss. That one, however, is going to get a re-knock onto Oldless, and looks like Menox is trying to get out of this situation. But you can't. There's like no tires on this thing, I assume, right? Yeah, the front tire isn't there, so it's going to be really hard to get this res. And you cannot redo. He was super aggressive on that push, is going to get him out. As he pushed forward, though, You So Ugly from Unorthodox actually took down 2 of those guys. So again, it is just You Cannot Redo on top of this hill. Let's see if JLD will be able to spot him out right now. JLD now pushing on over. I mean, those guys did not expect this whatsoever with this 2-man. And as you can see there, right before JLD was able to peek on over, retaliated from Gang is going to sneak on over and take that kill. Literally like a millisecond away from JLD going ahead and shooting him. Now JLD is actually in a really hard position. He's going to have to push towards this compound still. I mean, one of them did in fact get knocked from his teammate. Tetra, Nitrogen, one of them is going to have to stop and go for the rest. Oh no, Valhio did. I didn't even see his name. So JLD is probably going to be held out here. Everybody else now making it safely inside the zone. SDR all still 4 up, still alive after the fight with Ascendance. Looks like Maji is still alive though. He's currently playing in those bowls. Silverline now finally inside of zone was just eliminated because they were trying to come in a very open spot that both Boomers and VaLor had very high sightline on. It does look like they did lose Colton, however. Here comes the zone shift, and it's more centered. TrueSight is in a really nice position here, even though they're not going to be able to get any kills from right here. It looks like 4 Earthen Berry vibes. I mean, they have 1 kill right now, but they're just going to have to go on ahead and chill under there while the zone continues to get smaller. I've said this before as well. As a solo, as a 2-man, like, the really only thing that you can do if you don't have any sort of hard cover is to just stay back and wait. If you're not in an advantageous position, just chill. Just rat, snake, whatever you might want to call it. But just chill out and just wait for the zone to come on and close around you. Because, I mean, if it was them up on top of this hill, they'd be shooting. I mean, you can see that VaLor is actually a 2-man, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're shooting. But TrueSight, they're going to have to take a little bit of a sneaker approach because of their positioning. They're in no position to be shooting here. It looks like Boomers are actually going for a little bit of an adventure. D-Stem actually extending far to the north side, seeing if he can spot any of them out. I mean, he might be able to spot out Maji all the way on the edge of zone here, but it looks like he might be running back now. Maji, he's in for a hard run because Tactical 8 is currently outside of this zone too, and they have to do something. And because of that, actually, oh, there we go. Maji actually getting involved, takes out Detonator, and that means that William and Glucose Father are now both aware of Maji's positioning. And you can see STR is now coming into the zone as well since they were out of it. It looks like Rajwow is in fact going to get a knock onto one of them. N8 currently down. The rest of SDR trying to crash onto Nightly Esports, ends up taking down Lucifreak as well. It's just 2 of them. Delta and Deadeye left. Ends up spawning out, sneak attack, and gets a knock. So does Kite. It's just 1 left for Nightly Esports, and same with SDR. It's just Deadeye. You can see Delta here trying to crawl inside, but the shots from afar making it so they can't quite come inside of this building. But you can see Deadeye throwing out some smokes. We'll be able to go for the res here. I mean, that... Oof. That so many teams here. Rajwa is the last one alive for Nightly Esports, but still spots William as he was running for this cross. Glucose Father, who was holding a little bit, looks like he was shooting towards some... Wait, why is he a snowman? I won't question it, but it looks like he doesn't quite have a helmet. And it looks like this fight between Nightly Esports and STR is still happening with Ascendance right here. Let's see what Majiggle is going to end up doing here. I mean, everybody else in this circle don't have to do much. Here we go. Maji actually spotting out the last member of Tactical 8, prepping a nade right now. I think he unpeaked just in time. That nade, though, is doing a little bit of a damage onto him, but did not get the knock. He's currently at 14 HP, 9 HP, being forced out and just feeding that kill to Rajwa once again. Rajwa now 2 kills. Nightly Sports now a total of 3. Rajwa looks like he's trying to go for some smokes to get out of this situation. SDR has to come closer, but Maji is going to go on ahead and die to blue. I think somebody must have shot him. I have a feeling Gang must shot him through that window. STR and Nightly Sports now, they are inside zone 4 now. As you can see, the new zone, though, is going to make it so they're not going to be in very soon. Oh, this fight actually coming on out. What? Oh, I missed it. Oh! Delta and Deadeye seem to have lined up for Rajawao there. He was at 3 HP and he took out SDR, and then, of course, 1 bullet from Boomers is going to take him down as well, and that's going to go on ahead and reveal our top 4 once again. Everybody that it was in this top left corner, though, just self-destructed basically, though. As you can see, VaLor, still a 2-man up on top of the hill, is continuing to try and play up here. I mean, our kill rankings is currently Gang Orangutan in first. They have all 4 up, and second is going to be Boomers. They currently have 3 kills total. It's still a 4 up 2, and then our 2-man VaLor in third with 2 kills, and then TrueSight with 1 kill. End up seeing who will start the next fight. I mean, Vahio, he is technically safe right up against these rocks, but he needs to still be careful here, because in this position, he's actually, like, almost between 3 teams. But VaLor isn't going to be peeking on over. In fact, it looks like they're being more aggressive to their north side. They know that they have to go on ahead and protect this hump if they're going to want to live. But it looks like Doobie for Boomers is already playing there. So I don't think VaLor will be able to run forward unless they spot him out and get the knock. Right when they get the knock, I expect them to push fully aggressively. Up, and there we go. Nitrogen ended up finding out True Sight gets one knock. Tetra actually gets a knock onto 4 Earth, but Berry Vibes getting the knock onto Nitrogen here. Looks like Berry Vibes is now going to take the opportunity to go throw some smokes to try and go for the res onto his teammate. I mean, it's very important to try and keep the numbers up. But Ohio peeking from above is going to get the flush out, leaving True Sight as 1. So now all these teams have done much damage onto each other, but it is still Boomers with 4 up. They've been fine for a while now. I mean, you can see D-Stem here, he barely has a level 2 helmet, but for the rest of them, like, fresh level 3 gear, they have meds, they have util. Boomers are completely fine. I mean, they're the ones that have been coming out of Choom, and they're second in our kill numbers right now. Now, based off this zone, is going further to the north. Currently, only Berry Vibes and some members of Boomers inside of this zone, meaning that both Gang and VaLor are going to have to move. It looks like they're interested in where that car noise is coming from. They're going to peek on over and see that Tetra is currently driving, but they can't seem to over peek. Don't quite know what they're trying to think here. Like, this is where you either try and rotate to the south, or you know you got to push to the north. Looks like they're more interested in pushing to the north, trying to spot out Doobie. They know that he's there, especially with that peek there. Seeing his little head peek on over, but Sambuca is also there to help out. I have a feeling VaLor is probably going to be taking a lot of damage to Blue soon. Here we go. Jeppy Aim now pushing all the way up onto this hill, very close to Doobie and Sambuca for Boomers. He's control walking right now. He needs to be as quiet as possible. The only way that this is going to work is if there's a surprise. See, Grantlantis' role was to be the distraction, and unfortunately, that distraction made it so that Sambuca did in fact get the knock, but the distraction also worked at the same time. Doobie now currently down. Sambuca knows about where he is, currently trying to sneak a walk once again. Here comes Sambuca pushing over now that his teammate was up. He is there next to him. It's still a 2v1 situation here, and here comes the push. Oh, they end up spotting out his hand. A stun came over, but it was too far away to go on ahead and do any blinding. There we go. Sambuca spotted him out, ended up not getting the knock, however. Was Uppy unable to push anything because he's actually blinded. Ooh, he spots out Jeppy, and there we go. VaLor is eliminated in third. There's just 2 left. Gang, Orangutan, and Boomers. Currently, Boomers have 2 down. You can see was Uppy trying to get the reses as fast as possible. D-Stem, the only one holding a different angle from where the rest of them are. Looks like Tetra was, in fact, trying to get up there somehow, but is now being forced to take a lot of fall damage and some zone damage as he goes on ahead and jumps down. Retaliative, the only other one on this side. Who should we jump in to see the comms of? Let's go on ahead and jump into the comms of Boomers if they're in here. Because what they're going to do is they're currently on the top side of the situation while the others are lower. That might give them a little bit of an advantage here, but we'll end up seeing. Let's go see what they're talking about.
Heard.
He's moving his vehicle on the southwest side.
Coming down to you, D.
He's opening the shack.
We gotta push the southwest guy.
I'll put you die up here, guys, alright?
Me and D are down below you guys.
I'm looking for kills.
Yeah, 3 left. Okay. Jimmy, come with me.
Yeah,
I'm orange.
Flashing over.
Someone just died.
The guy orange was knocked from falling.
Yeah. He's gonna be over here.
Yeah.
Only 2 up then.
Heard. You know what? Fuck it, I'm just coming down.
I'm coming down to you guys. I think I can do it.
He's right here. He's right below me.
Remember, one guy's still shack. Like, back hill shack.
Yeah, heard. I'm looking over. I'm peeking over shack.
Yeah.
He just got res beneath me. We gotta go back and play north side.
So 2 under you and 1 guy shack.
We wrapped like this.
He's right behind shack, left side on the ridge.
Heard.
Just below it.
Headshot back shack.
Push with me, Zeppy. Right below me. Flash.
Back shack's hit. Back shack's hit. Back shack's hit.
This guy's weak. This guy's weak.
Last guy's shack.
Last guy's back shack.
Last one. Last one. Push it. Push it.
Let's fucking go.
He's
guys.
headshot. He's headshot dead.
Let's go.
Good
Oh
shit.
my god.
Woo!
And Boomers having to push off of that hill. Actually, they didn't have the advantage because the zone had shifted to the northwest. They ended up winning with a good amount of kills here. 9 kills in total. First place, taking the first on our last Miramar map game. Now we only have 3 games left. It is the last day of Quarantine League, y'all. At least except for Season 7. Sorry, I would like to take this time to apologize as well for some of the mic issues. I think I ended up fixing them, and I'm sorry for the pause as well. I'm just gonna leave them alone, try to fix it right now, but you know how it goes. Try to fix it, mess it up a little bit. Not gonna touch it anymore, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into Erangel. No more issues, hopefully, for right now. See you guys very soon.
Building a fortress, and we thought it was stronger. Keeping your distance. I thought we were better. We can try to just hide from the pain by building our castle. We can build them again and again, and we can feel nothing. And I know that you're feeling alone.
Hello everybody, this is SpanCargo once again, pulling my mic a little bit closer, you know. Hug the mic, eat the mic. Now you guys can see it, a little bit of feature of the mic. But anyway, we're completely out of the desert now into like the forests and the fields or whatever you want to call it on Erangel. Let's take a look at our leaderboard before they get into the plane really quickly. Let that load as per usual, and VaLor still inside first place with a total of 197 points. Ascendance still holding on strong in second with 159 points. No Cap, however, very close to their position now, only 4 points away in third with 155. Again, Nightly Esports are also close in that position as well in 152. San Diego Rarity with 147, Tactical 8 with 138, Unorthodox with 131, and then those guys with 127. I mean, like I said, those few top teams are really, really close to being able to overtake some things, and looks like Ascendance Esports' second place hold isn't as strong as it originally was now that No Cap are literally 4 points away, so it'll really be interesting to see who goes on ahead and takes that second and third place. Let's go take a look at our first plane path here on Erangel. And it's a bad one. I feel like this happens every time. Every time we like switch map, the first plane path is a little bit duty. But as you can see here, it's starting all the way on the west side, very low to the south, and going even further south, ending off by Novo. This is basically going to guarantee multiple teams on to Milta, other teams having to stretch, but also, will this zone go to Military Island? I mean, it has a strong chance to, just saying, so we'll end up having to see if that's what happens, and if it is, I mean, I guess it'll just be a military send-off really for our last 3 games here. We can already see a bunch of teams being forced to drop near each other. Actually, multiple teams jumping out of the plane at the very end here. TrueSight and Unorthodox, Orion as well, going around the Milta area. And it is in fact a military zone. So it looks like right now No Cap, Dips Free, and Tactical 8 are on Military Island. I'm pretty sure it's usually Dips Free that has military, but No Cap went ahead and took it for themselves, so that's gonna have Dips Free going ahead and spread out all along this road. I mean, honestly, we can go on ahead and take a bunch of these compounds in here, and they could be fine. I mean, based on whether it hard shifts to the east or the west, though. Tactical 8 all the way down there in Nova, though, is also going to help them out with their first rotation. We can see that Unorthodox and TrueSight did in fact land at the same compound. At least Arson did, with 2 members of Unorthodox directly to his north. You can see You So Ugly and Fizzle in the distance there. Oh, but he has a revolver and a shotgun. Don't worry, people. Ends up seeing what happens here. It looks like to the north as well, TrueSight Worth is alone with 2 more members of Unorthodox. I think TrueSight was just a little bit too spread out. Meanwhile, Unorthodox, they've been doing like a buddy system. You see So Ugly and Fizzle actually pushing away from this, knowing that there's 3 people trying to contest them in this compound. They're just gonna leave them be for now after looting a little bit. So Arson, Berry Vibes, and Zolmox are still alive. 4 Earth unfortunately dead. It doesn't look like they're gonna get any kills onto Unorthodox for now after that disengage. As for other people, I mean, we can see Silverline actually went for the vehicles around here with Gang Orangutan, and they're actually driving all the way to Yasnaya. I don't know if that'll help them. They'll definitely have to be coming in late, and I guess we'll see what happens when they come in. I mean, the last thing that they're going to want to happen is some sort of a bridge camp, but by the time they get to the shores, you can basically guarantee that there's not going to be any boats, right? They can try to go for the Lipovka boat. We'll see if Ganking Orangutan ends up getting over there first, however. But as for everybody else is chilling. Everybody else seems to have some distance, you know, listening to CDC guidelines, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it looks like Tilltown actually going on ahead and crossing over this bridge quite early. Looks like it might be scaring Chaotic a little bit, pulling his vehicle a little bit further, but actually it might be continuing looting. There we go. Now he's going to go on ahead and leave. What is this skin? I must take a look at it. Oh, I see what it is now. I was like, why is it? It's like shinier than I expected here. But it is in fact the PGIS skin. Oh, there you go. A little bit more detail. That was a little freaky. It's so shiny. Holy crap. Anyway. You can see Chaotic did in fact leave Tiltown, now taking the north side of this bridge. It looks like they might be setting up for a bridge camp. For now, at least. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Patron going on ahead and taking a little bit the side. At least looking. Nope, they're holding. Neo Pickle's gonna go on ahead and take that small hill, and Descarte is gonna take the even taller hill. On the south side here, it looks like Tactical 8 tried to go see if a spot was open, but it was getting shot off by NoCap. Oh my goodness, NoCap is actually chasing Destinator right now. You see Old List right behind him. There you go, going for a little bit of a drive-by, especially since he's in an open US. Ends up doing a lot of damage to him, down to 14 HP. Destinator trying to do damage back to him. He's driving a little bit of fence along with him, but he needs to get out of this situation as fast as possible. And unfortunately, with that last bullet from Old List, Destinator is in fact going to get down, and the rest of his team are nowhere near him. So Destinator is going to in fact bleed out. Old List was so aggressive on that. I mean, they're in fourth or fourth place right now, actually. There we go. There goes the little flush out. Now for the looting. They're actually super split. You can see that they end up taking far to the south and far to the north. Unfortunately, Destinator ended up driving towards a team that is very aggressive, and he paid for it. As for everybody else, looks like Ascendance from Primor's gonna go on ahead and boatate to the spot that they have now. Unfortunately, they won't be able to take the hill on top of the compound on top of the hill because Dipstree is already there, so they're going to have to settle on something further to this west side. That water noise scared me. But as for everybody else that are now making their rotations, we can see that there might be an issue with some of these teams trying to rotate in around the same time. I mean, let's zoom on out and see everybody here. You can see that actually there's actually a fight inside of the zone as well. Looks like Orion has actually extended their rotation a little bit too far and found themselves right up against Tactical 8. Rage Zealot, the only one in this compound for them right now, but Skazka stopping a little bit too short is going to get spotted out and downed with that barrel spray there. The rest of his team, you can see William now coming on in. It looks like Kanga is still here. Yeah, Maxilla Kanga now knows that he is not alone in this compound. Zen doing a drive-by onto William will take him down inside that door, so Zealot needs to be very careful here. Kanga is actually pushing very aggressively on this. He probably heard Zealot's footsteps, though. So Kanga, they heard each other there. Oh, but with Zealot with that headshot is going to take down Kanga. His teammate is, in fact, still down, but it looks like Lucas Brother is joining them as well, so they will, in fact, get res and be a 3-man. And looks like the rest of Orion, unfortunately, literally drove themselves into a ditch. Oh, but it looks like they are, in fact, going to get out of it. They just weren't able to go on back and try and help out the rest of their teammates since they got stuck there. So they're going to continue on with their rotation. And Old List, the very aggressive no-cap player, has spotted them out. Oh, but there's 2 people in that vehicle. You don't want to get involved with that. Old List is going to back off of that fight. It looks like he's a little bit interested. You can see him sneaking peeks towards their position. Might try and get to where they want to go first. Not quite sure. But here we go. Here comes this bridge camp here. Let's see if Pickle's going to do anything. He waited for the first cars to go by, and here comes the straggler. Asian Brum inside of the buggy. Ends up getting the knock onto him here. The rest of Rise ended up getting away, it seems. And all that fighting that we're seeing in the feed as well, I'd just like to point out Unorthodox versus some of Gang Orangutan. See, True Sight ended up getting punished a lot. It's only Berry Vibes left now inside of a boat leaving. And everybody else now trying to make their way into a better position. So 2 members of Dipstree are actually driving and crashing onto the remains of Orion here. I think maybe they got the down under broke status, but broke status already rezzed and now healed at 75 HP. Is holding an angle onto 2 of them. This is a 2v2 situation. I feel like Dipstree should have 1 more person. Here comes the nades. It doesn't look like it's going to land inside the building or that bathroom, however. Plus now peeking, but Broke Status now realizing the situation is he's in. Spots out Plus. Chaotic, however, gets the knockback, but Dirty Zin from the doorway will spot him out as well. So Dips Free are going to lose 2 members while the rest of them are up on top of the hill. Looks like I Am Ghosting was just coming to help him a little bit too late. So Orion will continue to live. They'll both live. In fact, both teams will live as 2 men. Looks like Ascendance, Imaleaf might have spotted out this boat rotating on underneath them, called their teammates over. Oh no, it's in fact not a boat. It is it's a ferry, so probably not. VaLor making the rotations on that ferry. That's quite amusing. Looks like, what? Why is this arm invisible? I don't like it. I'm leaving. It looks like SDR ended up driving up right close to the position that the rest of No Cap is at. I mean, we've noticed from the beginning that No Cap had a massive split on the far south and this nursery here. It looks like SDR went on ahead and stopped right above them, now spotted them out and trying to see if they can get any knocks here. No Cap won't really be able to leave this spot. Oh, and also in the distance, it looks like those guys are eliminated all the way over here inside the blue. I couldn't see the downs in the feed. It seems like my mic got in my way. Speaking of it, but looks like Ganking Orangutan got some kills, and now they still have a boat. You know, an actual tactic is to leave some boats so that you can try and boat camp and get some kills. But now they're going to have to go on ahead and get in that boat or get in their vehicles as fast as possible, because as you can see here, this zone has shifted as far away from them as possible. And it looks like Ascendance crashed onto the position of Dips Free. Dips Free only had two up and actually made this an even fight after a down onto Zraven and Majiko here. Looks like Beck might be going for a res onto one of them, but Zraven too far away. Imaleaf is still trying to throw some smokes, however, and spot them out at the same time. There you go, spots out Potato as he's making a rotation, but Potato gets the knock on Imaleaf with a headshot there, still making it an even fight with the 2v2. Majiko is now res. Beck trying to push aggressively on this. He needs to be careful because they are in fact inside that smoke right beside him. It's a 2v1 situation. Looks like Beck did in fact spot out number 1 Potato, now going for the res on to Zraven. It is Dips Free that is eliminated in this situation, and all of them will be able to be res. So Ascendance, even though I was going to say they're not going to get that middle compound, looks like they wanted it anyway and they crashed onto it. In the distance, however, looks like the rest of No Cap leaving their position got chased by SDR. They end up finding each other anyway. Oldless getting a kill onto Deadeye here. Loose Freak also knocked. It's just Delta 11. Delta spotted out Oldless just too late. He's gonna get another. Oldless has 6 kills right now. He has 6 kills. Oldless is being super aggressive this game. But anyway, as you can see, also a fight on the north side is between Rise, Esports, and Tilt Town. Currently, everybody is still up, but it's a complete siege onto the position of Casey for Rise. Asian Brown is actually down, by mistake. The rest of Rise, they need to push on this if they're going to be able to help him out, but I think the rest of Tilt Town is currently occupying them. Casey did a little bit of damage, but ends up getting caught out at 6 HP. Is getting pushed aggressively. There we go. Kind of playing a little bit of ring around the rose. He does, in fact, get a knock on to Descarte, but instantly traded out because there's 2 other members. Will Descarte get flushed from a different team? However, you can see a little bit of damage going into him, and it looks like he's crawled inside just in time to not get killed. It looks like the rest of Rise knew exactly where Patron was and will go on ahead and get the down and flush, but now they're just 2 versus a 3-man on the north side there. Everybody else still making their way in. Silverline, Ganking Orangutan, and Nightly Sports still slowly moving in. Hopefully that's it. Yep, it looks like that is. And Unorthodox, I swear they were on land, but now they seem to have found themselves a boat, still making this rotation. They're going to come in on the south side, okay for now, but as you can see, VaLor is in fact right beside them, and so is Tactical 8. It looks like Zealot slowly bleeding out against this truck here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get res. It looks like they're attempting to go for it. VaLor temporarily distracted by the movement of Unorthodox, but here comes the nades, the rain of nades. And both those nades. That second one ended up going directly underneath that car. It's gonna go take Zealot down super low, but not get the flush. Oh, but William over peaking is gonna get knocked as well. So Zealot still now the last one alive, super low HP. Ends up getting healed up. But, oh, there he is. Okay, he got healed up and he got one. Tactical 8 does get eliminated, but at least they got one. Taking VaLor down one member. Zero does, in fact, get taken out. So there's still 3 up. Oh, all that smoke was concealing the one guy still alive in there. It looks like the fighting does not stop here. 2 members of Gang Orangutan on their rotation ends up being taken out by Silverline. Constant currently getting the res on time. Korea and Red Rider spotting out the rest of Gang Orangutan is going for some SLR shots, but from the vehicle gets taken down to 5 HP. And it looks like both of them are trying to shoot at this right now, but they're currently going to go ahead and take planes as some sort of cover. We can see the Nightly Esports actually just took out a team as well here on the edge. The last 2 remaining members of Rise. It looks like they try to go for a massive rotation to the east. Let's go ahead and watch this push from Unorthodox onto VaLor, though. We can see that Unorthodox currently is still all 4 up. Colton being spotted out by Day all day. Ends up being takes down You So Ugly, but gets taken down himself by Sociopath, and VaLor is going to be eliminated. Unorthodox is going to get that res with 4 kills just on the edge of zone here. So they're going to be able to run right on up to this hill and continue playing. They just need to be careful from the aggressive playment of No Cap. Oh, and they know. No Cap, after hearing that fight happening over there, they're going to go on ahead and post up right above them, leaving someone inside the compound so that they can still get back to safety. But they don't want anybody running up underneath them, it seems, so they're going to go on ahead and post on up. I mean, honestly, that's really smart. That's the only way to hold people out there. It looks like Silverline getting a kill onto their own teammate. I think they ran over their own teammate. Yeah, they did. That's unfortunate. There we go. One of No Cap did in fact spot out Fizzle trying to run up to that bridge for them to be able to play. But No Cap, like, they know. They knew. They heard the fighting. They're gonna go on ahead and take it. The only way that Unorthodox is gonna get out of here is with the vehicle, but they only have one. And that's not even their vehicle. They just found it. So they're gonna have to smoke that on out and try and get out of here. But Oldless taking this alternate position is trying to ensure that he gets them instead. There goes one knock onto You So Ugly there. Oldless now having to reload, kind of looking around. There's still 2 left in the blue zone. You can see this is finally phase 4 damage, so this damage is hurting a lot. Menox ended up spotting out Sociopath, leaving just J All Day left for Unorthodox tanking this blue zone currently. Is he going to deny the point is the question. Looks like he did in fact just heal up. So he might be trying to see if he can spot anybody else out. No, I think he's going to deny himself to blue, but right now he's just trying to see how long he can stay alive to get some placement points. Yeah, it's not moving at all. Elsewhere in the zone, it has gone further to the north, so Plube for No Cap is currently still inside zone, but most of these people are fighting just on the edge of military. I mean, you could just see Gang just got a knock onto Rajwa from Nightly Esports. I mean, he still has 3 teammates, so they're probably going to go on ahead and get the res onto that. But otherwise, this west side is completely open compared to the east. West side to the east. I already forget which direction. Oh, but Jail Day is now actually taking the moment to move. It looks like he's actually looting, trying to find some meds, maybe surviving there a little bit longer. He's trying to stay there for as long as possible, hoping that No Cap would lose interest in him, but unfortunately they did in fact spot him out, and with that, Unorthodox is going to be eliminated. He was too low to be able to heal onto that. It looks like the rest of No Cap finding another victim is going to go ahead and knock Time Korea from Silverline Esports. The rest of them too far away, currently at the artillery. Edit spotted out Red Rider, 2 bullets into him right now at half HP, and he's currently trying to run to get onto the bike, it seems. But here comes everybody else at Holdless, shooting at them once again from inside of his vehicles, driving up closer. And No Cap has 10 kills right now. They're determined to attempt to win this. I mean, they're the 4th place team. We already mentioned this. They're in the bubble. Like, anything that they do here, it could really help them out. Here they go, throwing a nade as well into the smoke. Is that going to get them? Is the question. Oh, it does constant 10 damage. Unfortunately, it didn't cook that long enough, but Menox's teammate is going to spot out constant as he's backing up, and it's just Red Rider left. That nade taking him down to below half HP once again. He's trying to traverse all of this smoke. Ooh, yeah, go on back there. One more nade is going to end it, however. Oldless is going to kill him with that nade. Silverline is eliminated. Oldless now at 8 kills. That's disgusting. And they have the entire south of this zone to themselves. Looks like Gang Orangutan reduced just to 2. Retaliative currently down. Tetra having to heal on up. I mean, they have a good amount of kills, but they're just absolutely being bombarded by shots from multiple teams right now, mainly Nightly Esports. I mean, you can see that they know where he is. They keep glancing on over there. They have a nice split onto where they're looking right now on this next split, on this next zone movement though. They are an edge. It'll be interesting to see where this ends up going. In zones like these, it could favor the top of this mountain or where Dirty Zen is at this rate. But everybody else here playing the deep edge. You're just gonna have to wait and see what their fate is. I mean, if any of them are ready, they're already gonna be beside their vehicles, and it looks like it is going to be going southwest. So Boomer's still inside here. I mean, the issue about this side of the zone, while Boomers are in hard cover actually, so they're going to be able to stay here for a while. Right when the zone pushes off of them, look how open this field is. Like, they have some trees, there's like no ridges, and if anybody is up above them, they just get to watch as they try and run from tree to tree. Not many trees, by the way, not condensed whatsoever. So they are going to be alone at the compound for now, but they're going to have to figure out how they're going to get out of there. Right when they start hearing shooting on the other side of this zone, probably after this next zone has popped, they're going to have to try and push immediately. Orion going on ahead and moving from their grannies just to the 1-story across the street is going to have them inside zone once again, while the rest of Nightly Esports have spotted out Gang Orangutan once again, and knock it to Retaliative. Oh, you can see Brokesass actually doing a lot of damage to Kite there. Tetra going for the res once again. Did I just hear a crack or something near them? Nope, it's a buggy making noise. And No Cap, of course, they're on the far side here. They're going to just go on ahead and drive right into the center, into these ridges. Now it's just a wait to see who moves first, and it looks like the person who's going to move first is, in fact, Nightly Esports. Roger Wow driving first with that buggy is stopping. They're really determined on taking out Gang Orangutan. I mean, from here, I think that car might be their last one, so they want these kills before they go out. Roger Wow is, in fact, going to get a knock onto Tetra. Looks like he's out of any other offensive utility. He spotted out Tetra, tried to go for the flush as well, and it's going to succeed, but Retaliative, still alive, is now chucking his own utility. That one being his last nade. He has one more Molotov, trying to use this truck as cover, this tank, really. Is he on fire is the question. It actually landed right in front of him. He's at 6 HP, 1 HP. Spots out Roger Wow, but Kite, watching his teammates back or front, I guess, in the situation, is going to eliminate out Gang Orangutan. That's not it for Nightly Esports, however. It looks like they're currently trading around meds because they need to continue running into this zone. That's going to be very difficult, especially with the position that Orion has. And Oldless. I mean, Oldless is going to be able to see their crafts, and Orion is definitely going to make sure that they cannot cross. Meanwhile, you can see Tiltown try to make a rotation further north towards Ascendance, but Ascendance shooting them off. It looks like Draven getting a knock and a flush onto Savage as well. They're going to push them directly into the spot of the last 2 remaining members of No Cap. I mean, 2 members of No Cap. There's 4 of them. Looks like Evil Pickle is now the last one alive. They've been reduced to 1, and with that one Luke over, Tiltown's going to be eliminated. Boomers, there we go, taking the opportunity to move off of this. They knew that they couldn't stay in that compound. They heard the shooting, and they're going to move on up on this. I love this. I'm so happy the zone had just popped. It looks like, unfortunately, D-Stem, you're not in a good position. He's literally at 1 HP laying on down and healing up. It looks like the rest of Nightly Esports were, in fact, killed or taken out by Blue Zone after being held out. But now No Cap is in a position to hold out Orion. Looks like Ascendance are now in a fight between boomers, though. Let's go ahead and jump into one of their comms as this fight continues.
Looking honest.
You have lethals or no?
No.
You stuck on that rock if you got lethals back.
I don't have. Right, to the right.
I got you.
I'm stunning.
Stunning and
I
push.
hit him a little bit
He's
behind.
nading.
Stun and push. Should be blind. Knocked. Resetting. Not with you.
Yeah.
Healing. Guy on rock if you can lethal.
I don't have.
I don't have lethal. He's not peeking. I'm gonna heal.
I want to take this ridge on
I'm
my
gonna
left.
loot this kid for these.
Super, go
Grenade,
get it to
grenade.
US. Super, go get a
I'm
US.
boosting.
Up
Yeah,
on blue.
guys, we need vehicles. We need both.
Coming. Get lethals off him, Haji. I'm gonna go get a card. I'm gonna re-clear above us too. I could run into a rat up here.
I need someone to
healing,
take this
they're
ridge
right.
with me. I don't want to push it solo. I'm pretty sure he wrapped
Can I
left
wrap
to
to
this
you?
ridge. I don't know.
I could just drive and bait.
Don't
We
die
only
for
have
it.
one car.
I think I'm
Okay.
fine, but the fire guy is gonna be annoying to get all the way to you.
Where do you want me? Do you want to crash something?
Come to me. We play this and we peek. We peek for kills and make sure the guy isn't close on me. I'm peeking. Don't lose our tire. I see smokes
I
in
can't
the
control
open.
that. I can't control that. Directly on the dossier. No,
Still
no.
rock.
Yo, people in the smoke. Do you have?
Smoking.
We're
Right,
running out
right.
right.
Dead.
Did we clear rock guy?
Tag 3 times.
I don't know. I think he might be close.
Oh, he's still there.
On
He's still there.
the rock still.
Okay, let's clear him. His
I'm
teammate's anchoring.
smoking his
running,
teammate's
he's
LOS.
Maji needs help.
Right,
I'm
look.
smoking you. I'm
He's
smoking
tagged,
Maji.
he's tagged.
I naded towards him. It might not hit him. Knocked him.
Nice.
Yo, peeking me, Mark.
His teammate's on the street, south.
Heard.
Anchoring.
We need to kill that guy.
Nice.
Teammate, kill the teammate.
One on this ridge
Wait,
on my mark.
is this
I don't
4v4? Did no cap lose people?
know. I don't know.
Unsure.
There's a guy on fucking orange though. That's like.
I'm
prone. I
looting
don't-
the back. I'm getting
okay?
vehicles.
He's peeking
Yeah,
on
it's
the US.
Yo, can we get control of south where that guy was? These guys will be stuck.
Two guys on orange.
Back and I could go.
I'm
Don't let them
trying.
move up in lethal. Pressure them with these.
Okay.
Where are they exactly?
Around Mark.
Two guys.
On a ridge, Mark. Yellow.
I'm wrapping left so this guy can't like move up on us.
I think it's high chance that it's 4v4.
Yeah, it could be.
Taking other tires.
I'm just X running, so we
Me
can
and
just
Machi have
quickly-
the road here. We can flank soon.
They have zone.
Could you wrap left on me?
Yeah.
Oof. My armor's like destroyed.
They have
could
no
push
way
it
to beat
pretty
this.
easily.
Yeah. You guys have to get your flank so you can see under us. They're driving.
Could be
Yeah,
better.
the US guy's gonna be in the open back. 100%.
I don't see.
US is on green. He's looking towards us.
Super, you want me to leave
I
you
see-
with a scar
yeah,
and
they
bait?
know. They know. There's one on the buggy. They know.
Nah, I'm gonna go back here for this rock and get more armor because my shit's destroyed. I think you just LOS the guy on the left if one flanks up left on you.
I'm trying, but I'm not in
I'm gonna-
zone, so I have to move.
Well, yeah,
They don't
we
have
I
to
think
move.
That's fine.
I'm
getting
waiting
new
for
armor.
you, and then we just leave. I think.
You may play late while you go down.
Yeah, I can.
Go for it.
They're
I'll
all
stay high
peeking,
ground.
3 peeking towards me.
Don't get knocked, Maj. I left you.
I have no first. I have bandages only. I'm gonna play rat.
Once
here.
zones closes, I'm pretty stuck here, by the way, so.
Well, then Z should make a play like up towards like orange, no? And Ford up.
Can try.
Do you think he does that, Maji? Like goes up to orange for an angle,
Yeah.
and then we pressure.
They're all gonna be focusing, yeah.
I'm lit. I'm not in zone
you dead?
here. No. I'm not dead, but I'm one shot to SLR. I'm smoking. I'm trying not to peek. They're
moving
living off
close.
smokes. They're living. Wait, one's wrapping right on me. Can you see this guy?
I'm trying to peek, I'm trying to peek.
I can't
I see him.
Can you knock the right guy?
Oh my god, my smoke is screwing me.
On the US,
can't
block,
see him.
Maj.
I'm stuck,
I'm
guys.
getting really
Knock one,
close.
knock one. I might get knocked for this. I got knocked for it.
I see
I see the guy.
Right guy's in the middle of the open.
That guy's tagged. I tagged him again. Stuck in
I'm
the
getting
smokes. Can
stunned.
you lethal the smoke?
Right guy is 1 HP.
can't, I can't.
Knocked him. I knocked
One
green.
on a ridge, orange. I'm marking him. He's pushing up towards you, back. He's on the tree, up where the smoke is.
Okay.
He's taking left side of the smoke on you.
I hit him.
One on you. Go.
Smoke on me. I'm lit.
Knocked him.
Hey,
Nice.
last orange.
One up. Play together. Reset. Don't let him kill you on this cross. You guys own. Just hold.
They might try to res though. They might try to res.
They could,
You can get
right?
close ridge. I think it's good.
He's peeking lots of
Mm.
smoke.
I think you
He's
just have to
getting
move, Z. You just have to move.
I'm dead.
They're gonna res.
They're rezzed.
Okay.
They have to move down if you want to wait till they're forced. So, you know.
You fin hold this?
Not sure.
Because he's behind you.
No, it's 5 alive. No.
Fuck, dude.
Just don't die before you get that flush.
He's dead.
I
They're
think
both
one's
still above
tanking and
the-
one's getting close.
I mean, I've definitely heard 2 now. There's still 2 on me. Moving left now.
Bait.
They're still up there chilling.
Wish I had a booster, bro. Sucks. Can they wrap like street side on me?
No.
No, his one's closed too much as far as I can tell, unless he went way earlier.
I still hear them.
Get careful of the hill on orange. He's gonna have to use the car to make a play on you. If he gets a tree with that vehicle, you're in trouble. You, Tony? Am I seeing? That's yeah. Lucky Ned.
I ran into it.
And that is going to be the end there. No Cap is going to win our Erangel game with 20 kills. I was actually doing the math while I was looking at that. No, even if Ascendance had won this game with 10 kills, they would have only had 20 points, and No Cap still would have had more points than them, so they still would have won the most points per game bonus there. But that definitely would have been a 20-point game for Ascendance if they had won that. It is No Cap, however, that is going to get that win. As you can see there, Old List with 10 kills out of Implu, both with 5 each. That's a massive kill game. I mean, from the beginning, we watched it as Oldest was literally just driving towards people completely alone, even when there was more than one, just to get kills. I mean, he was on a mission, and that was to get kills, and he definitely succeeded in that. So after that military game, I will hope for the players' happiness that our next 2 aren't going to be on military, but we are going to see what it is into our second to last game very shortly. Be right back.
And I thought that we could be something. Losing our vision, but we can't just let it consume us. We can try to Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like your future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Hello everybody, once again on Erringo. We're going into our second to last day of Quarantine League Season 7. I'm SpanCargo, and let's go ahead and take a look at our leaderboard once again. At the top, still VaLor with 200 points. They have now hit the 200-point threshold. No Cap now taking that second place position over Ascendance Esports with 185 points. Ascendance Esports now 11 points away in third place with 174. Nightly Esports in fourth with 160. San Diego Rarity with 147. Technically with 141. And so on. If you guys want to see that in more detail, go ahead and do exclamation point leaderboard or exclamation point stats to see some interesting player stats, like, you know, how many smokes you've picked up but not used from Twire. Actually, Twire, they're the ones that have provided this overlay and are currently doing all of this counting data stuff. It's actually really cool, so shout out to Twire. But without further ado, second to last game, how are these top threes going to shake out? I mean, just in one game, we've seen so much differencing happening here. Just with one game. But here we are, like I mentioned, on Erringo. Once again, it's starting all the way down there by Mini Milta Power and ending by North Georgia Pole. Let's zoom on in on this actually and see if there's anything interesting that's going to be happening. It looks like No Cap continuing on with their shelter split. Unorthodox going even further, probably taking Mansion and Lipovka. Looks like Fizzle might be a little bit interested in prison, but there's two other No Cap members. I wouldn't recommend going there. Rise now the only people on Military Island. Going to go on ahead and load up. Looks like there's a little bit of vehicle contesting here, and it is going to be Ghosting from Dips Free that wins the vehicle fight. Floob now has to go on ahead and take cover. We can see oh, Floob there actually Floob there was like punching in the air. I was gonna point that out there, but instead he found a gun and actually took Ghosting down to 8 HP. Luckily, Chaotic, the teammate of Ghosting there, was able to be there and spray towards him a little bit, force him to go back inside of that shack. So Ploob could be killed here. I mean, he's currently in between all 4 members of Dipstree while the rest of his team are further away. Dipstree, unable to go to their normal spot, I guess decided to go ahead and contest this positioning here. Further to the north, I mean, we know that Ascendance and Gang Orangutan are best buds when it comes to sharing Yaznaya, and it looks like Gang Orangutan made out with the vehicle spawn here, while the rest of Ascendance are going to have to go on ahead and loot at Volcano and the northern compound here. So you can see here, everybody else did in fact go to their normal spots. Silverline actually taking the time to make a large rotation to the north, taking their normal Severny drop. Constant actually going and looting No Lean. So that's going to give them a lot of opportunities in this circle that has in fact pulled far to the north side. I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of people are going to want to get on the northern side of this water here. So we're going to go on ahead and watch as those rotations come into play. It looks like Floob actually ended up finding... Oh no, Floob got picked up by Adit here. Got picked up by his teammate, you know, that's a good teammate there. He ended up getting picked up. Oh! Potato actually got the knock onto Ploop there. He's trying to spot him out. I think he could barely see him inside that bush, trying to shoot at him with that PP Bison. He has 37 bullets left. Oh, he's gonna leave Ploop. He hasn't been flushed out yet. No damage just yet. I think a lot of damage has gone on to add it, but here comes Lewis spotting both of them out on that vehicle. Doesn't get the flush. Goes for the flush instead of the knock, but he's currently getting shot at a lot by Menox, and there we go. Menox with that SKS is gonna get down onto Pluis and add it. Now realizing he can try to go back for the res probably, but Plu bled out too fast. Now could just go for the kill onto Pluis, but instead giving Potato the chance to go on ahead and get the res onto him. No cap though, down one. It looks like Oldless, our aggressive boy here with a bicycle. A bicycle, what? A motorcycle. Might come on up to see if he can get involved with this res here. There you go, you can see that he is currently looking for it. I think he might have spotted out a vehicle there. And now he's pushing closer, but I mean, he can hear all the vehicles now moving. Let's see what he's gonna end up doing. If anything, he might go on ahead and pop some of those tires there. Maybe he can't use that buggy anymore. Oldest realizing that more people have come even closer. Looks like Oldless is definitely very much want to get some kills on this. He's gonna wait there patiently. Meanwhile, as that is happening, as you can see, everybody rotating around right now, wanting to get inside the zone. I mean, even those guys going on ahead and sending it right beside Tactical 8 there on Rozhawk. Ascendance is directly to the north of this altercation. I mean, if Oldless... I wouldn't be surprised if Ascendance would push off of this. If they know exactly where No Cap is, they want to get involved. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they rotated this direction. If they saw the down in the feed and now they're trying to push off of this because they want No Cap out of their second place spot. If the fight between Dips Free and No Cap happens, I can basically guarantee that Ascendance is going to push off of it. It's just a matter of time. It looks like Menox is now going on ahead and running on up to meet up with Oldless here. Let's see if the fighting happens. I mean, they're still searching. They've spotted out the vehicles. But it looks like Dipstreet is actually taking this very, very carefully. They're just going to go on ahead and play in shelter for now. Just waiting to see if anybody is going to appear. I mean, they probably heard some vehicles driving on up, and they know that they haven't driven away just yet. Oh, but I'm ghosting, getting in the vehicle. Oh, Oldless spotted him out. I think he almost went for the shot. Oh, there he is, going for the shot onto Ghosting, doing a little bit of damage onto him. Also onto Chaotic. One bullet into each of them, continuing to try and get a knock onto one of them. We can see in the distance now, Orion actually in distance that their little logo popped up. That was kind of creepy. The shots have come out. Did Ascendance hear it? It seems like Imaleaf might be in the vicinity too. But Dipstreet now momentarily distracted by Orion. Let's see if anything happens here as Oldest seeing the rotation from Dipstreet, trying to get a knock still. If they get one, I mean, it's going to be revealed that they are in fact here, and it looks like Imaleaf getting even closer hearing these shots, going on ahead and crashing on a trophy, trying to spot out any of the No Cap members. Looks like Orion is going to successfully go on ahead and rotate on by, and Dips Free is going to successfully get out of the situation here. Going ahead and sending it towards the west, making a wide rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and go for a rotation around one of these small bridges. The rest of Ascendance, though, Imaleaf still running forward. I think they... Can you hear the vehicle? Oh, they definitely hear it now. They might know that this is No Cap. I don't quite know how they would know. But there we go. Attic coming right up against Zraven, and another one. Oh, Attic down to very low HP, and Zraven decides this is a moment to get out of the vehicle and try and spray towards the rest of them. There we go. Oldest getting spotted out, gets taken down. They know that this is in fact No Cap for sure. There we go. Gets a knock on Oldest and Attic down. They're now trying to get into vehicles. ends up getting the flushes. There's just one left. They know that they need to go on ahead and kill them, and they know the exact direction that Menox went. They're definitely going to be driving towards that guy right now, and that's exactly what Ascendance is doing. I mentioned it before. They know that the no cap has now taken their spot, and they're going to be aggressive on this. They definitely saw that in the feed and went to try and find them, and luckily that is the people that they were chasing. So that is going to be happening for a while to try and find Menox. Luckily, Menox has a very fast vehicle. Over here on the north side, however, there's currently a fight between Silverline and Unorthodox because he's Sociopath actually is the owner of an AUG. Currently, Silverline reduced just down to constant, and Ham Korea left here. Looks like Ham Korea going for a little bit of a spray onto them. I don't think Unorthodox are missing anybody just yet. Fizzle slowly bleeding out, actually, as You So Ugly is forced to heal on up. The rest of his team now coming in to help out. And Korea doing a little bit of an overpeak. You So Ugly taking him below half HP. Luckily, he was able to run away fast enough. You can see Sociopath now trying to push on the western side, but seeing that there is another team rotating on the north. Let's see if this nade goes on ahead and does anything as it's being tossed inside there. It's going to land directly on top of Constant's head, so that means it's just one left, and you can see Jay All Day just got that kill, so Silverline is going to be eliminated first here. Unorthodox is now going to be the owners of this warehouse, and you can see True Sight actually went on ahead and took their triplets building, so they're going to be the proud owners of a warehouse for now. However, everybody else, you can see now happily inside of this zone. Menox actually, for no cap, drove all the way to Kameshki. I mean, he knows that he needs to stay alive in this game. He has a fresh esports vehicle right on the outside of this warehouse here. He's currently looting on up. Oh, he doesn't want the vehicle. Okay. Oh, he has gas. He has gas and HP. He's fine. So he's just going to make a massive rotation to the north side. And unfortunately, Ascendance have lost all sight of him. They don't quite know where he has gone. Looks like Beck is driving into the blue. They might think that he's somewhere in this blue still, so they might be trying to flush him out. But as for right now, that's just not happening. They're going to continue on with their rotation to the north side as well, because as we can see, this zone has in fact gone to the more northern side of this river. So that's where everybody is going. I mean, already before that, everybody was already trying to make a rotation on this north side. It's very safe to assume in this zone, basically. But now that this is phase 2, go on ahead and zoom in on this and see what's happening, guys. So those guys now pulling up and taking this little shack. This is the perfect spot to take a scouting session onto the position of where True Sight currently is. As we can see, You Cannot Read You did not spot him out, but it's your boy Cowboy, in fact, did. Spotted out Zolmox and 4Earth. A little bit of damage onto 4Earth, by the way. Destroying their door as well. I mean, if they know how many people are in there, they might as well crash it, but they actually ended up taking a large split on this. Down on the south side, though, it looks like SDR and Tactical 8 are in a little bit of a tiff. Tactical 8, again, taking their usual split position. I mean, they love that gas station there, and they're going on ahead and taking this one story as well. I mean, that's both very strong positions to hold, but as you can see, those guys actually attempting to leave their spot, run straight into the rotation of Orion. Brokestaz getting a down onto You Cannot Redo, taking actual damage from an entirely different team. Unorthodox shooting from afar, realizing that they're going to have to go on ahead and smoke this out. Lemon Squeezy getting some smokes out as well to try and go for some reses. The rest of Orion actually continued further and are stopped on this Alamo building. On this little granny is right beside the bridge here. I don't know if anyone's going to take that bridge. I mean, it's only Menox and Ascendance outside of zone on the east side here. You can see everybody has now successfully found a happy place inside of this zone. I mean, Nightly Esports have just gotten inside as well, but they're completely on the open. They have multiple choices for them, even this little shack here on this ridge. We're going to go on ahead and watch to see if anybody gets close to each other. You can see that Ascendance is still trying to flush out No Cap, still taking this wide wrap. I mean, Menox is entirely on the north side. If Ascendance can successfully figure out where he went, they will be able to run into him later. And right now, it looks like they're in the correct trajectory. Nightly did, in fact, go on ahead and take this little shack. Nightly Esports, I know they also really like to play this, what is this thing called? bunker. There we go. And it looks like a member from Gang Orangutan of Ohio is actually already in there. So it'll be interesting to see if Nightly Esports takes that usual position. I mean, it's definitely not in as good as a spot as if the zone was a little bit further to the west side. So probably doubt it, but if it slowly starts to circle around this crossroads, I wouldn't be surprised, and then in that case, they might get ratted a little bit. We'll end up seeing. Here we go. Actually, Ascendance driving right up to where Menox is. Have they spotted him out is the question. Yep, they see the vehicle. They're going to go ahead and spray towards that. It's the last remaining member. So even jumping out of the vehicle, spraying the back of him. Menox is around 10 HP now. The rest of Ascendance, Imaleaf, and Beck going for it right now. Will Imaleaf get the kill onto Menox here? Menox is just trying to flee, man. He just wants to survive if he successfully gets into one of these buildings. No! No Cap is eliminated in 15th. Menox actually took falling damage. He does, in fact, deny that point for Ascendance, but they are out of the question. 15th place. I think they might have only gotten... Wait, did they get any kills? I don't think they did. They did not. So they are going to go out with 0 kills, and that is absolutely huge for Ascendance. Ascendance has to do well the rest of this game now that they're their enemies, the team that they needed to get out the most is now out. As you can see, San Diego Rarity is in a little bit of a trouble spot here. Delta taking out 20 HP is now currently being forced to heal as teams are shooting and rotating all around him. We can see Jeppy, Aim, and Zero getting really interested into this positioning. That vehicle is no longer usable, and Delta's just trying to run away. But even as the rest of SDR is backing up, Dips Free is getting kills. Delta getting spotted out as well, is just leaving Deadeye to be the last one alive, currently hiding inside of this one-story building. I mean, that's the only thing that he can do, currently stuck in between two teams. You can see the rest of Distry throwing bullets towards VaLor's position, but neither of them are going to overpeak onto each other here. As we can see, there is actually another crash onto this compound. It's going to be Tiltown crashing onto Unorthodox. Let's go ahead and listen to see what they have to say.
I'm flashing that
There was one rapping. Watch your.
Res somebody. Res. Holding.
Probably one flanking.
Just hold, please.
Good. I'm healing. He's outside. I hear him. He's coming towards you guys. I heard.
Watching right. Watching right. First aid.
I got the door.
Alright, first aid.
Got the west door.
I'm buzzing Pat.
No lethals here.
One up, right?
Yep. Yeah, one up.
Okay, one out. We cleared him now together. Once he resets.
I think he's over that box on the side. Is there a box outside on the right? I think he's right at the box. Literally here.
Yeah, that's where he has to play. That's the only play he has, like literally.
There you go. We did get to listen into Tiltown's comms a little bit right as it actually ended. Unorthodox, the rest of them, just Fizzle ended up running away, actually going on ahead and proning in the middle of this very shallow bowl. The only other person close to them is, in fact, Destinator, and they're slowly figuring it out. On the north side, though, we can see that Ascendance is actually being very aggressive onto Boomer's positions. Imaleaf actually getting punished for it. Maji trying to get it down onto Zambuka with that 3x mini is going to be taken out as well, just leaving Beck left. You can see his teammate was in fact just killed, and that's going to have him stuck in a very bad position. Was up, he taking him down to 8 HP. Ascendance, come on, you took out No Cap to get a better position. And Ascendance, unfortunately, is going to be eliminated in 14th as well. So I have a feeling No Cap still is going to be holding on to their second place position. So they had the opportunity there. They did the hard work and took out No Cap, but unfortunately they just weren't able to win that fight against Boomers. Elsewhere in the zone, it has shifted. So you can see a bunch of people going on ahead and crashing onto each other. One of them being Destinator, being crashed on by the last one member of SDR Deadeye here. This is the last member, so it's Destinator versus 1. It looks like San Diego Rarity was in fact eliminated though from afar. Weam actually got him with some SLR shots, and now the rest of Tiltown. The entire 4-man knows the Detonator is in there as a solo on that shack. They might think that is Fizzle, the solo that has gotten away, so we'll end up seeing the rest of Tactical 8 is currently being punished. Here we can see both Zealot and Glucose Father currently downed. At an entirely different shack. It doesn't look like he has any sort of vehicle, so he's going to be unable to go on ahead and save his teammates. It looks like Detonator is going to go on ahead and send it to try and do it himself. I don't think he's going to be able to get the res onto Glucose Father, but he might, in fact, be able to get Zealot here. Oh, if as long as he doesn't get headied. There we go, and he will successfully get inside that building and start getting that res off. The rest of VaLor actually making a large rotation to the south side. They might go on ahead and crash onto Nightly Esports here. Let's see what's happening. Oh, ends up getting, one of them gets shot out. It's just 0 left at 7 HP. We can see Jeppy actually got shot from afar, and VaLor is going to be eliminated on that rotation, all because of both Rise and Nightly Esports. Rise ended up getting the knocks onto Jeppy from afar. So that was a failed rotation from VaLor, but fortunately for them, I mean, they're still in first place, and they still have a large lead and 1 game left to continue to hold on to their position. We can see that those guys are now deciding it is their time to move. It looks like it's your boy Cowboy and You Cannot Redo are already stopped as they're trying to crash onto True Sight. Lemon Squeezy, the last one alive, spotting out Berry Vibes, goes for a little bit of a spray onto him, but here comes the nades. Neither of those nades are going to get the down, but here comes the vehicle explosion as well. Will explode onto him. No, he moved just in time, but I think that nade is it. There we go. Those guys eliminated in 11th. True Sight still alive just inside of the zone, happy to have their own spot once again. It looks like Tactical 8 might still be in a little bit of a bad position. They keep getting knocked, and it looks like our last remaining member of Dips Free all the way on the south side will also get eliminated from Rise. Oh, I don't know where his buddy went. Oh, there it is on that tree there. Looks like Fizzle's still alive, still a solo, is living in the shack right now. I bet you can hear Gang Orangutan directly to the northwest here. There's 2 of them, so if they end up pushing him, he's definitely going to have to take the advantage for the surprise. Unless they know he's there. Otherwise, the zone is about to close. We're going to go on ahead and see where it ends up going to. And it looks like it is going to center still, so all of the main compounds is still inside zone. Well, not true, actually. Rise out, Boomers out, and True Sight out. It looks like the rest of Gang now trying to figure out where to go, and they're both very much split trying to scout in here. Looks like the rest of Boomers now also realizing that they need to rotate in. The next fight is probably going to happen between Orion and Tactical 8 here on the south side here. Let's go ahead and listen in to Orion comms as they try and push in this situation for a bit.
He's one shot. He's one shot.
In the shack, at least 2.
Yeah, heard. Oh, yep. He just fucking railed me. That was my bad.
Heard. I'm throwing molly so they can't push out.
Yeah. I'm completely safe. There's a full team on yellow. One's knocked. He's getting rezzed right now. Brooke, try to U-tell it.
Knocked him.
Nice.
Nice. There's at least 2. At least 2.
I think they're split. Another nade. That's gonna. I think it's gonna cook me.
Yeah, I threw one at that. I threw it at them. I threw a molly as well.
Get ready to get crashed from behind. Good nade.
Got flush.
Yeah, just get ready for this team. Get ready for this team. What a horrendous drive. What is this monkey doing, bro?
What? I'm in the smoke.
We're getting pushed in the back.
Oh my god. What is this grandma team doing? Your last subs in.
Yeah.
I think Zealot's the only one up on that team. That's unfortunate. It's split.
What is this Rise push?
And there you go, Orion being pinched in between 2 teams. They couldn't finish up Tactical 8 quite fast enough with all their util and Rise coming in from behind. I mean, they called that rotation very successfully. They ended up taking out one of Rise, but because then they knew of their positioning there, Rise just got to stop directly to the south, pinched them. So unfortunately, Orion was in fact eliminated. We can see in the distance, Gang Orangutan was eliminated as well. I believe Fizzle might have had something to do with that. The rest of these teams reduced down to 2-mans, multiple 2-mans. Still a few 3-mans left here. Looks like 4Earth also getting a knocked on to Zealot. He was a little bit too far pushed out on this rock, so that's going to mean that Weem is going to be a solo for Tactical 8 here. As for everybody else, Oop. Liam taking a little bit of damage. Rajawal looks like he actually may have extended out to try and get some kills onto Rise, but instantly going back to his team after not getting all of them. Casey's still alive. Did not spot out Zealot as he was slowly bleeding out. Again, taking a look at this, let's go ahead and pull out our top killers. You can see Nightly Esports are, in fact, all 4 up. That zone actually really helping out, pushing to the north. They're just going to be able to run out of this compound. Looks like they end up spotting out Casey as well. Wium, currently tactical 8 in the 2nd for kill ranking. It's just him alive, currently way outside zone. Tilt Town with 2 up in 3rd place here. They're just inside of zone here at that warehouse. True Sight has 3 up. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be the ones that push on to Tilt Town up. It looks like they're already doing that. And then 2 solos for Unorthodox and Rise. Here we go. It looks like 4 Earth now. Making a wide rotation to the north. A nade actually exploding directly in front of him. Savage almost got that knock, but it's going to be Patron that goes ahead and finishes that for him. Actually, he ends up getting Zolmox as well. It's just on VaRyVibes. It's now changed completely. What used to be a 3v2 has changed entirely to a 2v1. VaRyVibes is the only one left, completely blind, going for the res onto his teammate. Does any of these Tilt Town members have nades? The answer is yes for Patron. It looks like Savage is currently down and that nade is coming into play. Let's see if that's going to do anything here. It's unfortunately going to go too far for Earth. Did in fact get rezzed. VaRyVibes still alive. Here we go. Now going for his own res onto Savage. He needs to get this quickly before the push comes through here. And we can hear them in the distance now pushing on this. It looks like Patron ended up thinking that he wasn't going to be able to complete that res, even though he literally had a millisecond left, going on ahead and finishing it on up. As VaRyVibes gets the res onto Zolmox 2, they had the advantage there, but unfortunately, the advantage is already gone. Looks like the last remaining member of Rise is just eliminated as well. Wium getting the kill. This is the chance for Nightly Esports, the entire big 4-man, to push on out on the south side and try and get out Wium here. Looks like Tilt Town might be grabbing vehicles. This is an interesting play. But True Sight now deciding to take a little bit of a defensive choice. Are currently laying down and waiting for Tilt Town to look out. Savage actually has the right idea, prepping a nade to try and toss through that window. Oh, but he decides not to do it. And it looks like on the south side, Nightly Esports will in fact eliminate out Tactical 8. Wium now out on that rock there. Fizzle is... Fizzle, he's been alive for so long. What fight did they fight in? He fought someone in this warehouse since like phase 1. Then when Tilt Town came in like phase 2, he's been a solo this entire time, completely alone on this northwestern side. Like, he's just chilling out here. Like, he has no worries in the world. He just has to completely wait for everybody else to kill each other, and that's exactly what is happening here. I mean, the 3-man, there we go. Savage, the curiosity got to the best of him. So Zolmox is in fact going to get the knock onto Savage. Here comes the zone a little bit. It's about to pop as well. The shots from Nightly Esports getting involved too. They want the flush onto Savage to get some points, and that zone is not going to help them out at all. It's going to go even further to the west side. Nightly Esports is in a great position here. So this is now a 2v1. No, sorry, a 3v1 with just Patron left. True Sight are going to have to finish this fight as fast as possible and try and get north. Otherwise, Nightly Esports will just be able to hold them out this entire time and just win this game. Let's see, Zolmox is now peeking, actually. Spotting out sneak attack. They know that they're rotating on this. End up doing a little bit of damage, but not enough for the knock. They're currently completely encased with some smoke here. Oh my goodness, Rajawal actually is getting up super close. There he goes, spots out Zolmox, gets the knock. Here comes the finishing nade as well. It's going to land directly behind. Oh, too far. It bounced too far. Same with that molly. But Zolmox now slowly bleeding out. I don't think that True Sight is going to be able to get the res onto that. They have 5 seconds, and as you can see, Rajawal still being aggressive. Looks like Tilt Town was in fact taken out by True Sight, but we still have 3 teams out here. 4-man of Nightly Esports, 2 for True Sight, and 1 for Unorthodox. Rajwa has a great positioning here. They won't really be able to get out of this position without Rajwa being able to spot him. I mean, they have some smoke at least. Rajwell, not wanting to completely commit to it, is currently backing up. I mean, he's alone as well, so that's always dangerous. Oh, the kite getting a knock onto 4 Earth is going to give Rajwell a little bit of a confidence boost. Will he spot him at this tree is the question here, but it's currently a 4v1v1. Berry Vibes actually spots out Rajwell instead, but there we go. Sneak Attack was ready for it. True Sight is eliminated in 3rd, and now it is the entirety of Nightly Esports versus Fizzle from Unorthodox. Let's go ahead and jump in there just to hear their cheers right before they win this game. Or, I mean, Fizzle from Unorthodox does absolutely have the opportunity to do a lot of damage here. We'll end up seeing.
Dead. Let's go. Go, baby.
My game.
Yeah. There we go, the very happy cheers we just listened to in very briefly, right as Nightly Esports wins our second to last game here on Aringo with 10 kills. There we go. So very good job to Nightly Esports. I mean, they had a really good positioning inside of those crossroads, and then everybody, like, the only attempt to crash onto them was VaLor, and they ended up getting shot at from so far away with that massive rotation from 2 different teams, both Nightly and Rise. I mean, VaLor was in a really bad position there, but that was the only crash that ended up happening. Like, so many teams crashed or tried to fight at that warehouse, and that just made them keep fighting and fighting. So Nightly Esports there barely even got crashed. They just got to run up the hill, clean up a bunch of fights and some solos, and that was a very nice 20-point game for them. I'll be right back. Very exciting. A little bit of a drum roll as well. We have 1 game left. I'll be right back with that and, of course, the leaderboard.
Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Is this what I've been waiting for? Cause I'm feeling a little too comfortable. And I think it might be the perfect time. Yeah, to have a taste of my own advice. From places I've never been, in colors I've never seen, from places I've never been, in colors I've never seen. Colors that I've never seen. Colors that I've never seen. Colors that I've never seen.
Hello everybody, it is SpanCargo here for the second to last time for Quarantine League Season 7. So this is really exciting stuff. Let's just show you the leaderboard here. We're going into our last game, and currently VaLor still holding us strong with that first place and 202 points. No Cap in second with 185. Ascendance was not able to go above them after successfully wiping them last game, since they also got out really early on. But Nightly Esports, after that win, actually takes third place from Ascendance. So Nightly Esports in third with 180, and Ascendance Esports just off with 177. That means this game is very, very close for the second and third place here. So if you're a fan of No Cap, Nightly Esports, or Ascendance Esports, this is the time. Come out with the copy pastas, with the emotes. Go ahead and start spamming them. Get those good vibes going. They're going to need it in this last game. It's about to get really, really exciting. It would be interesting to see. This is our final game. Is there going to be any hot drops? Is there going to be any trolling? Is there going to be anybody lower in the leaderboard trying to ruin a game for anybody higher in the leaderboard? Or are any of those three teams going to try and hot drop on a lower team to get some points? Let's go ahead and take some look at our plane path. There we go. Day 4, Game 6, last game of Season 7 Quarantine League. Starting all the way in Milton Power and ending to the southern part of Georgia Pole here. I already see a bunch of teams have jumped on out. It looks like this time No Cap is not going to be contested here at Shelter Prison, so Dipsry isn't going to get an early fight onto them. Meanwhile, it looks like, oh, yep, that is exactly what's happening here. Immediately, Ascendance is hot dropping onto Nightly Esports. Nightly Esports has taken their 3rd position spot, so Ascendance is going to lay it all on the line here. It is this or nothing. It looks like Ascendance taking the center west compound, actually cutting off sneak attack from the rest of his team. If they saw him land here, they'll be able to push on him alone very successfully, while the rest of Nightly Esports can't push. It looks like Roger Wow is already making a little bit of a move, though, towards this 3rd slot. There we go. Sneak attack ended up being spotted out, down to half HP already. Beck and I'm a Leaf are being pushed on by Zraven even already. Let's go ahead and jump into this early fight comms here just for a second while this is progressing.
Chill. Back room, back room.
Close the door.
Bolted.
Knock
Him.
Nice.
It seems to be pushing us from behind.
Let me reload this. It's at M249.
Stay close, guys. Stay close.
Does he have armor?
I don't think so, but there's armor in the lodge on Maji.
I got it.
Okay.
I took the one helm.
Yeah.
Headshot. One tap.
M4
Going
doesn't
upstairs
even
in lodge.
headshot.
That's true. That's true.
I have the vest now. I don't have helm.
Look for people rapping and playing with Super.
There's a mini here if you need.
I'm good.
I could use that.
Is that you guys?
I'm good. Where's the mini?
Any rounds of 5-5 on me? I have no helm still.
I'm just scared one's riding on our side somewhere because they could have pushed across.
Okay, jumping out of their comms for a bit here because I want to talk, to be honest. So as you can see, they did end up successfully getting it down to a 3v4 situation, but Nightly Esports immediately, you can see Morns here with this Vector and Shotgun, instantly taking the defensive, going on ahead and adding a little bit. If a solo pushes into the building that Morns is in, they're completely dead. If 2 people come in, Morns still might have the opportunity to win that fight, so they need to be very careful on this. I mean, you heard them being very intense with their comms here, playing it very carefully as well. I mean, Kite making some noises, Roger Wow, and Morns kind of moving around here as well. Luckily, right now, Ascendance has the right idea. They're playing this bite here. They're looting up. They knew that the advantage that they had on sneak attack, taking him down immediately, and now they're playing with duos. So Maji and Ion Leaf currently playing together, and Beck and Zraven trying to be a little bit duo buddies as well. They need to be very careful on this, as Rajwa and Morns, like I mentioned, are playing a little bit of rat positions as Kite plays from a higher position above. You can see Rajwao hearing all this smoke is trying to get in a better position. Might have actually been spotted out by an Ascendance member further to the west side, but not quite sure if Beck saw him or not. But the rotations are coming out, and Ascendance is now in this closest building. If they don't get spotted here, Beck actually being a little bit of a daredevil, getting successfully into that 1 2-story building, but if he tries to go for the second one, Morns will definitely be able to hear him first. There you go, let's go ahead and watch this position, because if he can hear Beck on the back side, Morns might get a little bit of advantage on here. I'm a Leaf getting damaged a bit as he tried to do some damage to Roger. Wow, they currently all have some sort of shotguns, and here we go, Maji actually jumping in this door. Oh, we can see the suppressor actually going through the wall here. Maji opening the door, instantly getting killed out by Morns and his rat spot right here. Now, Ascendance is completely split apart. Beck is super far to the north side. I'm a Leaf and Zraven nowhere near each other as Morns and Rajawao are trying to fight in here. Beck getting a knock on Rajawao. It's just under 2 Nightly members left with 3 of Ascendance. Here we go. Zraven, they know exactly where he is. He's pushing with that M249. There he is, leaving, going onto the balcony, down to below half HP, hiding behind this door, but the shotgun coming into play. Morns gets a knock on the Zraven, and there's the flush as well. Just Beck left. He doesn't have any ammo inside of his gun. He's flipped to his SLR, and this is completely shifted. I'm a Leaf that fortunately gets the last 2 kills here onto Nightly Esports. Nightly Esports eliminated, but Ascendance just down to 2 people. That was almost a failed hot drop. That was so close. I mean, honestly, I mean, you guys at this point know my range of success. It would have been a success if they still had 3 members up, but unfortunately, Ascendance down to 2 members. They'll have to play the rest of this game as carefully as possible. They still need to get multiple points. Actually, at this point, okay, at this point, I believe they need 1 more point to be ahead. I believe. Right now, I think they're tied unless the kill points untie them. But, unfortunately, like I said, that is a failed hot drop. I mean, they're still alive, though. So if they get 1 more point, they will successfully be in 3rd place. And then all they have to do is worry about holding it to keep from Tactical 8 from getting more. They have the 4 kills. I mean... Wait. Okay, I think they need 2 points. I'm not gonna lie. Ascendance need 2 more points, and it looks like Boomers, after hearing the fighting, are a little bit interested, so they're going to have to continue to play this game very carefully. Let's look at the rest of the zone after that early fight came out. We can see it's a very, very far east zone. We can see Dipstry actually taking the safe route, taking the left bridge here, because Orion's actually is doing a bridge camp, surprisingly. We can see the Tactical 8 now running straight up on to those guys here. Let's go ahead and listen to some more comms right before this fight starts happening.
Pull up, Desi.
Coming.
Pushing over the one's close.
I'm up. At tree.
They slow down.
Knock tree.
Nice.
One's far east, one more's compound.
He threw a
one
flash
just
over
made it
from
from bottom.
160.
Heard.
East guy's trying to get angles.
Yeah, we're getting
As soon
pressure from
as
east.
we get res, push over. It's one gap. He's probably sticking your res.
Moving.
Go,
I'm with
go
you.
over
I'm with
now.
you.
Go
I'm
over
with
now.
you. I'm with you.
I just got knocked from east, dude. He swung right on smokes.
He's 1 HP. 1 HP.
I tagged him.
He's low.
Knocked him. I'm resing.
Re-smoke me.
I'm already smoking.
He's shooting from east.
More teams
More
pulling
cars
up.
just-
Another team pulling up.
Press.
Resing. They stole
Far,
kills.
pulled up to the far east side.
Bunch of
They
rats.
just ran over 1.
Can't get their
They
own
pulled
kills.
into compound.
Heard.
I'm re-smoking Desi.
Getting a full make it off. We can still fight this.
This
Yeah,
guy's
they're-
driving in the field right next to us here.
There's still this guy
Yep.
east.
Just farm these kids.
I think I headshot east.
Smokes.
This guy's pulling up on the hill.
Looking
behind
for
us.
angles.
We can't stay here.
Moving back then. Taking this US back.
Just drive by this
Careful,
guy.
T. Careful, T. Get out.
Yeah, he's speaking.
Kill this kid. Just run this kid over, dude. He's alone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this
Trying to
guy.
drive.
I'm chasing his
I
ass
can't
down.
see
This guy's a dum-dum.
My game literally stuttered right when I tried to drive by. Nice.
Where is he? He swung
drove
left.
away. He drove back to that
Heard.
point.
Going back around. Are you guys getting still pressure from east? I can take bulls in field.
I'm resing.
Heard.
They pulled back up on the hill.
Oh, we didn't
I'm looking for angles. I see it. Pulling in the bolt. Live angles in 3, 2. Peeking.
Getting lower on the hill.
They have to go on the other side. I have your side.
Heard.
Oh, he's peeking.
4 seconds on med.
Oh my god, I'm third. He's headshot, I think. Or he's at least double tagged. I'm resable if you drive at me, Z.
Alright, I'm coming.
Might be too late now.
I need to reload one, and then I can.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
No, it's too late.
Nope.
He's just on the open side of that hill, right beside you.
Knocked him.
Nice, good knock.
Use util on this.
I'm flashing.
I'm nading him.
I'm nading first, actually. I'm nading
Coming
twice.
util.
Volleyed left
I'm
twice by the
flashing
tree.
over. I'm flashing. I knocked him.
Got my kill.
Nice.
killed him.
No, it's a kill.
I'm with you,
One
Z.
should have flexed out for that. For sure.
Yeah, another
Watch
one.
your low
Another
hill.
one. He's
Wide
close
east
to me.
at me.
I'm not with you, Z.
I still the east peak.
Wrap this way.
2 steps, 2 steps, Z.
William, you can use your vehicle and move over towards the roadside too and get angles on
Right
this.
of us. He's getting shot from far. Peek with me.
Low right.
Lit one. Oh.
Two low right.
There's 2 of them.
I 1 HP'd 1. There was
For
2.
sure.
I'm gonna go on ahead and leave those comms. They ended up fighting multiple teams here, but the game does in fact go on. We can see here that multiple... Wait, what? Oh my goodness, Beck getting an instant down on Disgaska there. That was a nasty headshot there, but Oh no, just body shot, but Zin spotting him out as well. I don't know how Beck got here, but he pulled up right onto Orion, just leaving Imaleaf to be the last one alive for Ascendance. It looks like he's going for his buggy now for some sort of a rotation. As you can see here, Dips free now running onto Orion as well. Again, more and more comms, just trying to make sure that everybody has had their chance to have their comms heard here. This also could be really exciting here, so let's go ahead and jump into Dips free and see what they're thinking about.
Inside the track. Inside track.
I see one on the tanks.
Okay, there's at least
two
three
on the
there.
tanks. Two on the tanks. I think that's Ascendance.
So this guy's solo.
Ascendance.
No. This guy's solo. 100%.
This guy's on 1 second objective.
No, Ascendance is just...
One sec.
We need to kill him.
Yes. Pushing. On me.
You're alone. I'm with you. I opened the door.
He's inside, I think.
He is. Right side. Close right.
Close right. I need help. Push with me.
Go.
He's in the corner. Nice. Good trade. Safe right.
Yeah. Get him. I think there's people northwest.
Yeah.
Ascendance is just kill whoring.
People northeast.
They're trying to get as many points as they can.
Yeah.
We left our cars on green. We need to rotate back for that. I'm trying to grab as much util as I can.
There's at least 2 on green.
Oh, I just fucking tabbed out.
Okay, and as you can see here, I mean, what Plus said is in fact correct. I mean, Imaleaf, his job now for Ascendance is to try and get as many kills as possible here. And it looks like he has, in fact, spotted out the entirety of Dips free. I mean, directly in front of them is, in fact, the rest of Orion, so maybe if he can get involved with this kill. Oh, he spots out the healing of Chaotic. He needs just one more kill. There we go. Getting the kill onto Chaotic. He's now going to try and run away, but he's getting shot at by both Dips free and Orion. There we go. He now has to heal below half HP, taking a lot of blue damage right now. And on the far north side, we can see that the fight has, in fact, being finished up between Boomers and Tailtown. I mean, Boomers ended up coming to this compound while Tiltown was still alive. Like, kind of ironically, they now each have one alive. But Weam going for the drive-by on to the rest of Tiltown. Takes out Descarte. Weam at 20 HP has to go for the heal here, but his cover is currently rolling away. If he doesn't want to be hit by his vehicle here, Sambuca for Boomers still alive, playing in this bowl very slowly here. He's now realizing he needs to push on up. He has a 6x mini reloading it right now. If he spots out Weam right here, I mean, they're both healed around the same HP, but they're gonna go on ahead and pop some tires, try and shoot at his toesies underneath that vehicle, or just do some nice communication. Oh, and Weam responded. That's very adorable. But Weam, knowing he wants to survive the rest of this game, currently trying to leave a little bit. I don't know if he's going to go for a drive-by. But speaking of drive-bys, Unorthodox threading the needle right between both VaLor and True State. VaLor wanting to make sure that they're still alive here to secure their first place. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been secure for a while now, but they're still inside this zone. The zone actually basically water here. Center going right around Lipovka. I mean, this is phase 3. This next zone shift is going to try and take out as much water as possible, so this is definitely going to go on ahead and shift onto this main part of the land here. All the way on the south side, it looks like Orion did finish up this fight with Dips free. Orion taking out Dips free. They're currently eliminated. The rest of Orion, yeah, there they go with 4 kills, only one of them dead. And of course, I'm Ali from Ascendance, currently healing, trying to see if he can spot anybody else out to kill. Like I said, I think they need one more kill to secure their place, if I'm not mistaken. So that's all Alif's job is right now. He cannot die just yet. So, actually, let's go ahead and continue to watch this. He might, in fact, spot out Dirty's in. There we go. He spots him out. He is slowly dying, though. Here you go, using a first aid really quickly to make sure that he doesn't get interrupted by any chance here. Still trying to wait for Dirty's to move. Did Dirty's spot him out is my current question. I don't think Ascendance Esports has to worry about anybody else getting in front of them, so once this one kill is over with, they can take a little bit of a break. But there we go. He hears Dirty's now making a rotation, getting into a car. I'm Alif now pushing on over. He needs to get this kill. Oh, unfortunately, does a lot of damage to Dirty's but does not get the knock. Oh, but there we go. He ended up trying to get drive-by. Dirty's almost took out I'm Alif, taking him down to around 15 HP, but he does have enough time to heal here. And Oh, there we go. Taking down Dirty's, and that is the kill that he needed. And now he'll be able to go on ahead and chase down that Esports vehicle to continue on with that rotation. Oh, I was going to say he's going to flush him. Looks like he is. There we go. The rest of Orion nowhere near, currently right below prison. I mean, now that this, right when this zone closes, it's going to hurt. Let's go on ahead and look at the rest of this rotation. San Diego Rarity coming on in, driving towards Lipovka. Looks like Delta was killed, though, from No Cap here. They're currently playing inside Noble. I think it has a different name now, but it is also normal SDR. Lucid Freak crashing directly onto Silverline Esports here, getting absolutely pelted by an entirely different team, and with that Molotov, he is actually going to deny the point, technically, here. Let's see the rest of them. It looks like is pushing directly up onto Unorthodox. This is a 1v2 situation. I don't know if Deadeye realized what he got into. Oh, but Imaleaf actually died to zone. Imaleaf just died to zone. I think that Ascendance got in 3rd place over Nightly Esports, but there we go. We can see Deadeye ended up bleeding on out. He's so ugly, actually getting downed by the fire, but Sociopath is going to be able to go and successfully get the res onto him. These are the rest of the teams. We have 5 teams left here inside of this zone. VaLor currently in charge of the north side with True Sight directly underneath them, into the south side, No Cap. 2 teams currently inside Lipovka, being both Silverline as a 4-man and the duo of Unorthodox. We have 3 of these teams. 3 of these teams are 4 men up. And I mean, this game, based on the points, I think it might be too late for No Cap to get enough points to overtake VaLor, so that's not going to happen. But for the other guys, I mean, no matter what, in a tournament, like, at least in my opinion, you should be trying to play all of these games to the best of your abilities. So all these guys still wanting to get as high up on the leaderboard as possible, or win the last most points per game prize, are going to try their best here. We can see You So Ugly and Sociopath currently getting pushed on by the 4-man of Silverline. He ended up hearing out Constant right there inside that building directly beside him, but they're taking it slow, even though the bullets are coming towards them, breaking their windows. And it's just going to be quite slow for now. I mean, nothing might end up happening until this next zone shifts here, but the nades are in fact coming out, but nothing quite to be done. Let's go ahead and drive around. Yes, that is what I'm doing. See what else is happening in this zone. Like I said, No Cap completely taking the bottom side. It looks like Minox and Attic actually running on up to try and take a more central position. I mean, they can go on ahead and take control of this area by taking that shack, and it looks like VaLor actually has the same idea. You can see Colton actually extending over there, but right now VaLor is going to try and focus on taking out True Sight, that is currently playing on the very edge of their hill here. True Sight slowly creeping on up, but they don't have to go too far, trying to see where else anybody else is. I think they have a feeling about No Cap. Definitely now, actually, right as I say it, Ploob gets a knock onto Barry Vibes. It looks like some damage getting towards Arson as well. Willis knows exactly where he is, currently holding him on that tree. Here comes the nade. Will that nade go far enough is the question here. Oh, it looks like another nade from his teammate came out, taking him down. Super low HP, around 20. And that nade is going to be it. That was money. It landed directly on top of his back. Is going to explode and take him out. The rest of No Cap now pushing aggressively on this. The question is, will VaLor get involved? Oh, it looks like No Cap aware that VaLor might be pushing. It looks like Added is peeking for that actually right now. But VaLor, I think, might have waited a little bit too long. On the east side, this fight between Unorthodox and Silverline has escalated a little bit. We can see a bunch of util has now been thrown out, but Unorthodox still alive as a 2-man. All of Silverline still alive. Unorthodox now just trying to rotate out and take a spot inside the zone. As you can see, it actually has gone further to the south. I'm actually surprised about this, to be honest. I feel like I'm used to it landing more fully on top of this hill here, but that just means that the remaining members of True Sight are going to have to push into No Cap. So what they're going to definitely be hoping for right now is for No Cap and VaLor to get into a fight. Once that fight happens, that is when True Sight is going to push on over. But it looks like VaLor not too interested in pushing in just yet. Is trying to sweep the edge and spotting out some members of True Sight. There we go. 10 seconds until this starts restricting. Silverline definitely wanting these kills onto Unorthodox. Still pushing into this area. I mean, this is the only area they have. They can play up on top of this, like, Bull Hill, kind of, where Heimk currently is, but that's definitely not an end place. They should start pushing up onto this hill as soon as they can. There we go. Heimk getting a knock onto Sociopath from his position as he was peeking outside of that warehouse. Just means it's down to You So Ugly for Unorthodox left. They're not in the same warehouses at all, so Sociopath is in fact going to bleed out slowly here. And the rest of Silverline are going to push aggressively onto this. There we go. Looks like G Price was going first. They're a little bit blind here. Constant getting down. You saw it going for the flush as well. Oh, G Price getting down too. Almost got the flush onto G Price here, but Silverline only losing one. Constant being taken down. They ended up splitting their push. Like, one went left and one went right. I don't know if that was the right thing to do because I think that's what resulted in the down and flush, but there's still 3 alive here. Oh, yeah. True sight, it looks like they attempted for a big rotation here with a vehicle or something. Ended up taking out 0, but Zolmox and 4Arth will be eliminated, meaning that VaLor is down to a 3-man, Oldless still a 4-man, and of course Silverline Esports as a 3-man still inside this zone. This fight is now happening between VaLor and NoCap. Let's go ahead and jump into the comms of VaLor, our current champions as of right now. A fight between number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, one further right, yeah.
Yeah, straight west.
I got knocked.
They're spamming Utah. I'm head healing.
I'm gonna be able to shoot him.
We're kind of in a bad spot.
Yeah, move back.
You could. I'm backing off.
Do it.
Hold on, watch your left. They might be left here. Yeah.
I'm coming back as well.
They're all right side, I think.
Yeah, they all are, I think.
Colton, like, have a whole side now.
I don't have a painkiller
Colton,
to
you
get.
see him right side?
Right side smoke?
Knock, 3 knocks.
Nice, that's re-knock.
Yeah, it's fine. They're all there. Just play safe.
I'm healing.
Colton have a good angle on them.
We have to be careful of east too.
Yeah. Hold on, make sure you don't get knocked. Just play as placeholder so Jeppy and I can get kill.
He's in my mark, by the way.
I'm gonna check east real quick. Wait, there's a guy in the drop. Close south.
Right.
Right on yellow. I'm gonna molly it.
I'm watching right side.
Colton, watch your left.
On the tree.
Yeah, right.
There's just people are gonna push up. You just have to chill.
You gotta just chill, yeah.
They should be in a really
Can you
bad
drop
spot. They
booster,
should be
Grant?
healed.
Drop booster.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
cannot
me.
push you guys.
I might back off northeast a little bit and play this low ridge.
You wanna play low?
I don't know if we both do, but just for a sec.
I think you
You're
guys
pushing
kind of
back
chill
up in the top.
because the other team is pushing up and they're gonna have they should have super good angles on Bloop's team. Yeah.
If they
They're gonna
fight,
get fought.
I think we.
No, Kevin's
I
like,
might
what?
peek here, I
2
might
up?
peek here. I'm gonna peek these.
Yeah,
I'm gonna peek
you need
this.
to. You need to. Yeah, you see him? Nice knock on at it. I did third knock.
That's
There's a guy at the rock right in front.
Nice
Above me
knock.
to the right.
Play safe. He's gonna have bad angle.
You should throw silks for yourself or something.
I might bleed on it. I'm dead. I'm just playing for info if I can.
Where's Old?
Oh, this probably like laying down.
He's pushing up to this tree southwest. I can't mark.
I can't see.
Knock one. It's 1v3.
NT.
G.
There we go. Number 1 team is going to go out first in this fight. No cap, still 3 up versus the solo of Silverline. G Price just taken out right there actually by Ploob. Ploob gets the final kill of our last game here. They won this game with 7 kills. Very good job for No Cap once again. It'll be really exciting to see what happens with the leaderboard. We know that there are some questions. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did my math right, but we're going to go on ahead and be back as soon as possible to give you guys this information. The leaderboard that you guys have is at a 15-minute delay or 10-minute delay, the same delay as me, so might as well listen to me talk about it. So, see you guys very, very shortly. I'll be back as soon as possible. Hello everybody, this is SpanCargo for the last time. That is in fact the conclusion of Quarantine League Season 7. So that was very exciting, at least from my perspective. I hope I tried to take very good, well, care of you guys. I should say well instead of good. But a little shaky, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, that was very exciting stuff. Without further ado, let's go on ahead and take a look at that leaderboard so I can stop making you guys cringe. Anyway, there we go. It's going to go on ahead and load on up. We can see here VaLor did, in fact, end in first place with a total of 210 points, winning our first place prize of $400. In second place is No Cap with 202 total points, winning our second place prize of $200. And then Ascendance Esports did in fact overtake Nightly Esports for third place with a total of 184 total points for $100 prize points. Everybody else, you guys can go on ahead and do exclamation point leaderboard, exclamation point stats, go on ahead and see things a little bit more detailed for you guys. But otherwise, let's go on ahead and turn on this team list as well, because I mean, these are the updated prizings of after 3 days. So I haven't quite updated them for all 4 days, but there will definitely be an announcement, a tweet from the NA Pro Hub Twitter, that is at NA Pro Hub. It's going to announce all the final earnings from everybody and our top 3 winners. Big congratulations to those 3. It's a very big deal. I mean, VaLor, they won, I think, they won $132 as of 3 days, and they just won $400. You can see all the prize points in the top right corner. So, like I said, congratulations. And yeah, that is the conclusion of Quarantine League Season 7. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm SpanCargo. My Twitter is also at SpanCargo. This is my channel. If you guys liked what you see, go on ahead and follow me on both Twitter and Twitch here. And I actually already am confirmed for a few more tournaments. So if you guys want to go on ahead and watch those, make sure to tune in and know when I go live. So again, big shout out to Fizzle and Diesel for running Quarantine League as per usual. Everybody who decided to come in and participate, congratulations. Hope you guys had fun. And big shout out to Twire as per usual for being an amazing, amazing company. I mean, they created our overlays and they collect the data, and it's all very efficient, and it has automatic tracking. It's like this new system. It's very cool. So big shout out to them as well. And I hope you guys have had a good night, day, evening, wherever you guys are. And I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh, and stick around because I am going to be rating somebody right after this. So give them a little bit of a boost. So see y'all later.
You said there's too much to comprehend.